Have you gazed on naked grandeur where there's nothing else to gaze on? Set pieces and drop curtain scenes galore. Big mountains heave to heaven which the blinding sunsets blazon. Black canyons where the rapids rip and roll. Have you swept the Vision Valley with the green stream streaking through it? Search the vastness for something you have lost. Have you strung your soul to silence and for God's sake do it? Hear the challenge, learn the lesson, pay the cost. Have you wandered in the wilderness, the sagebrush desolation, the bunch grass levels where the cattle graze? Have you whistled bits of ragtime at the end of all creation and learned to know the desert's little ways? Have you camped upon the foothills? Have you galloped o'er the ranges? Have you roamed the arid sunlands through and through? Have you chummed up with the mesa? Do you know its moods and changes? Then listen to the wild, it's calling you.
Hey, and we're live, and that's not too bad. I only got to mess with him a little bit. Go ahead, Tony. Start your talking.
Oh, sorry. You know what? I was replying to my friend down in AZ, thanking him for the blueness.
No politics tonight. I'm the Canadian here. Can I be the neutral party and say no politics? We've all dealt with it enough. We've all been on Twitter all day.
Let me just say, I lived there for a very long time, and we're doing a story set there. And
That's true.
This is a very unique situation. It's in my time, it has never been as different as it is today.
Divisive, I think, is the word you're looking for.
Maybe that's where all the shooting starts. Who knows?
And I apologize, everybody. I am working on the visuals here.
Yeah, fix that, goddammit.
I'm not going to go into the big reasons why Tony had fucked it up, but, you know.
Again!
There are 13 of them?
The intro's 10 minutes long. You fucked up all the videos. Yeah, I'm getting blamed for everything.
The videos aren't fucked up. They're right on. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, you going to talk to these people watching us, or are you just going to shoot the shit?
I was going to just shoot the shit. But
okay. I just wanted you to know.
Thank you for joining us. I'm not good at the housekeeping for Twitch shows, but welcome to this here Savage Worlds Deadlands edition. We're doing a story called Blood and Gold. And here's my well-appointed cast. I mean, look at these folk. You guys look good. Yeah, everybody's looking good.
Thank you.
Exactly. Thanks, John. Appreciate it very much.
I don't know. Where are we going to start? Let's introduce some people here. Let's go from what I'm looking at. I'm all the way down at the end there. Grace. Hello.
I'm Grace. Hello. How are you today?
I want to get you done with your talking quick because you said you were might stuffy.
Yeah, I've got a little bit of a cold right now, but I'm Grace. I'm playing Widow McAfee. And yeah, she's an old, crippled hag who can't hear anything, but man, she gets her shit done.
Ain't that the truth? You don't survive in the Arizona desert for nigh on 60 years by, pussyfooting around. Hell no.
Hell no.
In contrast to that proper southern prospecting lady, there is a northern Yankee with a unfamiliar accent. Dylan Trahan, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm Dylan. I'm going to be playing Ronan P. McGinn. He's a Pinkerton detective. If you tuned in last week, then you know where he stands on the adventure we're facing. But he is all about the facts. That's where his interests lie.
Now, the accent, though, when we had talked about this character being, I thought, from Nova Scotia.
Yes. Yeah, he is Irish by way of Nova Scotia, which is my way of saying that occasionally if it starts to sound East Coast Canadian, there's a reason for it. He is from those parts, and then traveled down to Chicago. So, and plus, I just wanted to fit in a little bit of Canadian into this Weird West adventure. So
we need a lot of Canadian tonight. I appreciate.
I'll bring every drop of Canadian I have. I am half American though, so I apologize in advance for
Thank you for
if I'm lacking.
subscribing, Lunter. We appreciate it.
And don't let him fool you. He's gonna drop in a boot here and there. He's
There will
gonna.
be a boots.
He's gonna.
I never
be
said I had a
as-
perfect Irish accent. I don't know what you're
No,
talking
that's all I'm gonna do all night is wait for him to drop a boot.
It's gonna be a drinking game come
Yeah.
the end of this season.
I hope so.
Alex Maxwell, hello and welcome back. You sharp-dressed huckster. Although when we begin tonight, nobody's actually gonna know you're a huckster.
Which is very true. I'm
Just
just
don't
a
think you're
refined gentleman on the road.
That's right. Probably whiskey. I love the coffee mug too. Perfect. Also, I there are some things from that last episode that are not going to continue on into this episode. The secrets that you learned about each other were just so that we could all get familiar with doing some stuff. But the actions that you took are gonna stand. So you are in possession of a fine gold nugget that the widow McAfee is unaware she has lost.
Oh,
That is,
I
that
feel
is
bad.
something-
I was like, this is gonna reset. It's a dream. It won't matter.
I couldn't reset that part because it was part of a narrative. So, yeah, you got that. I
Okay.
think that might cause you some problems here too, here in the future, maybe.
I've
Hopefully.
You just
Smart
put it in
man
there
has
for
contingencies.
safekeeping.
Oh man, you dropped this.
There you go. See? There it is.
Them arthritic fingers.
Finally, we move on to our holy man of the group. Reverend, say hello. Or
Howdy. How
bless
y'all
us,
doing
whatever
out there?
whatever you do.
In the immortal words of Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 72, there's nothing that the Lord saith that I cannot fulfill with my 6-shooter.
Somebody's going to have
Or
to
something like
fact
that.
check that.
Y'all can't read anyway, it don't matter.
Oh, Reverend, you're quickly becoming my favorite character, and I'm as the balladeer of this story. I will sing songs of you after you
Woo!
have faced your demise.
I got 100. Tim shot me 100.
100.
Yep, he shot me 100 to the Reverend.
The folks at home can actually participate by cheering those mysterious coin-a-doodle things.
They're called bits,
Oh.
Tony.
Bits, whatever. In our world, if we get 1,000 of them, and we're at 700 right now, if we can add that 100 to the pile, if we get to 1,000, everyone gets a fate coin, a white one. And we could talk a little bit about what those do. Because tonight, I want you to go into your character sheets and I want you to add 2 white chips and 1 red one. Now, when the white chips get used, it's just so you can add some dice to a roll. Like, I'm not very good at that. I'll spend a couple of white chips, add some dice. Easy enough.
Well,
The-
looky there. The ever
do-
mysterious Tim just dropped 300 bits.
So, you shall add 3 white coins to your sheets tonight and 1 blue one.
Thank you, Tim.
But the problem now becomes you can only hold 10 coins. If you have more than 10 coins, you have to turn them in for bounty points. Whichever ones you want, but as long as you're only carrying 10 when we go into it.
Oh, I see. Okay, so we just got how many more chips did we get? 3, right?
You got 3 white ones and 1 red one, but 10 coins all together is all you can carry.
Okay, so we're starting at 3? Because I've already got chips on my sheet.
You already have chips on your sheet. Add
Excellent.
3.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Add
about.
3. Yeah, but you can't carry more than 10. And this should put you over, I think.
I'm at 7.
You're at 7? You must have spent something.
No,
Did
we
you
got
spend
some
more?
last week, didn't we? I didn't count those in.
Your sheet already had them at the beginning.
Okay. All right. No, I'm at 6, 9. I'm at 10. Exactly.
Okay, you're right at 10.
Right
okay.
at 10.
So just know you can only carry 10 coins.
Can I spend them now anyway?
You can. The beginning and after the game. This is why I want you to turn them in if you need to turn them in. Buy additional attributes, traits.
Okay, how do I bump up my scrutinize? That's all I need to know. What do I do to bump up the scrutinize?
Where is it? You want to...
I got 6 white, 3 red, 1 blue.
I thought I wrote those down for you. I must have taken that from the book. But yeah, the fate chips. There you go, fate and bounties. All right, if you're just looking to raise a trait, raise a die type of a trait, which is something you can do, then you go. It's 3 times the new die type if you want to raise the die of the trait.
Currently, my scrutinize has 0. It's got nothing going on there.
But what's the die type under the trait that it's from?
Oh, so cognition would be a D8.
A D8. You can raise that to a D10, but what you got to understand is your scrutinize is whatever your cognition is. If you're just looking to add,
so I just need to
bit
raise
of
my
that-
cognition. So I got to spend 10 points. And what color do I have to spend?
Well, you need to spend your bounty points. You need to turn in the fate chips for the bounty points.
Okay, I got you. All right. I've got 10 bounty points, it says.
Then all you need just to raise an aptitude is 1 point for each level. So if you want to give yourself a 1, it costs you 1. If you want to give yourself a 2, it'll cost you. Should just cost you 2.
Okay.
Whatever the new level is in bounty points.
Okay.
If you want to go from 3 to 4, it costs you 4.
So basically, under scrutinize.
So actually, you could go to 1 for 1, and you could go to level 2 for 2 more. So it would be
3 altogether.
3 coins to get you 2 extra dice to spend on your scrutinize.
Okay, where do I put that in? Under scrutinize?
Scrutinize 2.
The first. Okay, so I put 2 in the first.
Yeah, the first box there is the dice. It's the number of dice you can add to your cognition. The second box is simply just a bonus, like a +2 or whatever, because I believe you get a +2 for being keen.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, if you want to put a 2 there just to make sure you always use your keen when you're doing it, then that would be what you would do.
Okay. All right, I think I did it. All right, I'm good.
What about the rest of you?
Spent mine last week.
Spent yours last week. Everybody's added the new chips to their sheets. Everybody's turned them in. They're not carrying more than 10. Awesome.
Oh, you know what though? You said we gained these ones. Which ones? I know you just explained out of will. I'm not a great listener. Did you say which ones do we spend to get more bounty so that we can turn them in for?
You could turn any of them in for bounty points. If you look at the fate coins thing, it'll tell you how many bounty points each chip is worth.
Gotcha. You've got a handy dandy note here for me.
I do.
All right, then I think I know everything I need. I'm not going to turn anything in now. I'm going to wait and see how this episode plays out before I spend anything.
See, he threw it out.
There you go. Yeah, there.
But he wasn't in the Irish accent, so it's.
God, but I love. I'm telling you, I need to hear me some Canadian.
Yeah.
Depending on how things go, I may be hearing a lot more Canadian.
Offer stands. I'll meet you on the other side of the lake.
Yeah.
So
the funny thing is, I said I'd row. You said you had snow tires.
Well, because by the time you get across the lake, I'm going to need them.
All right, we're gonna be crazy here. We did a little bit of shooting and finagling last week, and we rolled some dice. Now, an interesting thing about the Deadlands system is you only use that highest die we talked about. You're throwing a series of dice, and you're looking for the highest single die, and that, of course, can ace. You can roll it again, and that's the only way you add dice together. Except when we were playing with the shooting and all, we were working against critters that just explode if you hit them with anything. When we talk about damage, and today we are gonna talk about damage, you are gonna add those dice together. That is something we're gonna need to know going into this episode. Damage dice are cumulative. You keep adding them up, and you throw as many dice at it as you can, because wounds are based on the size of the critter you're going after. If a critter, you are all about a size 6, basically about 6 foot. With a McAfee, I could have bumped you down to 5, but I left you at 6 because I figure you got 2 mules and a cart too. You sit a little higher. So you're all a 6. That means if you take 6 points of damage, that's 1 wound. And every 6 points of damage after that is another wound. And that goes true for the critters and creatures and compadres you may be shooting today. Not that any shooting has to happen, I'm just saying. When it happens, you're going to want lots of totals there because you're going over the critter's size for the number of wounds you're going to inflict. The other thing is, we're going to keep track of where you shot them.
Shit.
So after you make a hit, the next roll is actually going to be determine where you hit it. And depending on where you hit it, if you hit it somewhere vital, like in noggin or in the gizzards there, it's going to probably go down immediately. Whereas if you keep shooting it in the leg or the arm and the shoulder, it's going to stay up. So let's play with that. Same thing is going to happen to you. On your sheets, when you get shot, they'll figure out where you got shot and you'll be able to click on it. If you look on your sheets now and you go over there and you try to put in a wound, you'll see that there's different levels of wounds for every body type. Or every body part, I should say. Like your arm can take up to 5 wounds. If it does,
I see.
you can pretty much see that it's fallen off. But if it just takes 1 wound, it's like being grazed. And that's the difference. Now, to you, headshots are probably going to be the most fatal. But don't worry, because in this game, death isn't always the end. So hold on to your sheets in case that happens. Another quick note, looking up some specifics on your gun there, Pinkerton.
Just reading about it.
Yeah, we didn't get a chance to play with this specific firearm last time, but it fires 3 shots at a time. You're going to roll for each shot to hit. But damage-wise, when you ace or when you... It gives you the opportunity for the second bullet to hit. So if you ace the damage on the first one, the second bullet will hit. If you ace that one, the third one will hit.
Ooh. Shit.
I like
That's
that.
wild.
Yes, and each of those bullets will do individual damage. The other thing that's very, very cool about your gun, you don't have to shoot the same person 3 times. If there be 2 folk in your line of sight, and you've hit with 2 of your shots, you can go bang, bang, and shoot 1 at each.
Beautiful.
And so all those out there in TV land know what we're talking about. He's got a mini Gatling gun. Is what he
Oh, don't spoil it.
This is the Weird West. Well, it was already given up in the last episode. I'm
That's
not
true.
saying anything.
It was that he had it. We haven't seen him actually.
I haven't seen it in action.
Mad
But-
science go brrr.
There's also a downside.
Yes, Britt. It is pew 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 pew.
Actually, this one's probably going to be more like whoa, 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 because they are big shots, and it's like a little hand cannon. But it's also notoriously unreliable. So after each burst of 3, we're also going to roll a die to see if it breaks.
Oh, okay. It's a glass cannon.
It's well,
There it is.
it only has
40K
about
orc
a,
rolls.
it only has about a 10% failure rate, but it does have a failure rate.
Ah, damn.
Now, the failure rate isn't always terrible either. Sometimes it just jams and you got to work it, and you lose a round. Sometimes it breaks and you actually have to get it smithed back together. We'll hope not for the worst.
Fingers crossed.
When we last left y'all, you're aiming to get into a shootout right there on the train as it pulled into Tucson. What the hell were you thinking?
I don't know if you'd call it a shootout. I was just figuring about going back there and talking to these here fellas.
Those there fellas are in town to kill the sheriff.
That's what
Now,
I
mind
heard.
Mind you, the sheriff is a sheriff. It's not a marshal. Towns have marshals. Counties have sheriffs. And as much law as a marshal can bring to a place, he ain't the one that ultimately sends people to the gallows for the hangings.
Well, hold on a second there. I got to say a thank you to Wolf's Faunch and the Casual Brit for subscribing.
Thank you both.
Thank you.
So, I don't know what I was saying was the sheriff here sent one of Dixon's brothers, cousins, nephews, whatever the hell, off to be tried in Pima County Court. He was found guilty and he was hung. Now, Devious Dan Dixon didn't take that so well, and he's here with a couple of hombres. He's gunning for the sheriff. The whole town knows it. In fact, as you are getting off the train, half the damn town is getting on it. The lawyer is getting on it. The judge who oversaw the case is getting the hell out of town. Most of the rest of the folk you hear are holed up in the church. And the sheriff, well, wouldn't you be damned? He just got married today. You know this because you hear people hopping on the train going, ain't right to kill a man on his wedding day. Just ain't right. You see the Dixon boys exit the train.
How many of them?
Well, there's Devious Dan Dixon and 3 of his compadres. Let me take you to the streets of Tucson.
Switch the map, and I'll probably have to do some minor altercation.
I'll give you a moment to do that.
No, go ahead. I can do them while you're setting up your do.
That's what I was going to do. Tucson today is a ghost town because of what's going to happen. The streets are empty. Sorry, I got noise outside the office. The hombres exit the train and just sort of stand in the street. If you zoom in by the tracks, you'll see them there. Dan Dixon is leading his group. He looks at the 2 brothers that kind of look the same. Each of them are the pistoleros. The other guy's got the rifle. He sends the 2 pistoleros different directions. The rifleman stays with him as he kind of moseys on up the street. You don't hear anything. But the reason that you're here is because you're tracking a man by the name of Jacob Waltz, each one of you. You've formed an informal sort of compact between you, a little bit of a posse. Each of you got your own reasons for seeking Jacob Waltz. But the man who knows where last he was seen and which way he was headed is the sheriff, Lazarus Cooper.
Oh. Got it.
Now, the The Widow McAfee's got a thing about a gold nugget in the Superstition Mountains, but the Superstition Mountains are hundreds of square miles of unexplored, unmapped territory. To say he's gone into the Superstition Mountains is like saying he's gone into the Amazon. He's gone if that's as far as you know where he went. So this information from Cooper is, well, probably pretty important. If he survives the day, that is.
Well, I reckon the Reverend's gonna reach in for a cigarillo. Realize he didn't buy any when the Balladeer gave him the opportunity to back in town.
The store here in Tucson, by the way, is closed. I tried. I tried. But, you know, Reverend, you did buy a bottle of whiskey.
I did.
And you know, goddamn, on that trip up from Benson, you seem to have polished off that entire damn thing.
You gotta be damn shitting me. That's what I get for sharing it with the likes of y'all.
Yeah, you
Never
must
share a bottle of whiskey with an Irishman.
You must have shared a great deal of it, because even though you polished off that bottle of whiskey, you don't feel particularly inebriated at all.
I never do before I shoot. Yeah. Well, I guess I'll start whistling Dixie and go moseying on over. You one of them Dixon fellas, ain't you?
Dan Dixon turns around and looks at you, just spits right there on the ground some chalk. He heaves off his shoulder a 71 Winchester.
Look at that.
50 caliber single shot.
Yeah. Might have,
He reaches into his pocket. He pulls out a 50 cal slug and throws it up into his mouth like a cigar. He cracks open the Winchester. There's nothing in the chamber yet, but he spits. Boom! And that slug goes right down into the barrel. He snaps it shut.
The range safety officer in me is screaming.
What?
Proceed.
I got to say, Dixon, now that's some mighty entertaining stuff you just did right there. You don't mind if I just kind of tag along, do you? Seeing as how someone's going to die and probably going to need some last rites being said.
Get back on the train, Reverend. This don't concern you.
Nope. Oh, wait. Maybe it doesn't. Just a tad. I got a business proposition for you, Dixon. See this gang of desperados over here? All right, they don't look desperate. Hell, they're not desperate at all. But they're with me. I see this fella you're going to shoot. I need to talk to him just a little bit before you go ahead and puncture him full of holes. He's got some information I need. Mighty information. I can make it worth your while. Gold. If you just let me talk to him. I ain't saying don't kill the son of a bitch. He hung your brother, right? Well, in my book, I guess he's got it coming. I mean, doesn't the Lord say something about an eye for an eye, a brother for a brother? I do believe so.
If you find him, you bring him to me.
Oh, of course. And if you find him, let me talk to him for a bit before you shoot
No
him up.
promises, Reverend. Now,
Well,
go about
how's,
your business. I'll
how's
go about mine.
10 pounds of gold.
I'm not here for gold, Reverend. I'm here for revenge.
Well, you still got family, don't you? Don't they need looking after too? No sense being a stupid man and turning down free money and getting a killing done. Use your head, Dixon.
He's right, you know.
Does somebody
Now-
want to try to persuade Dixon?
I will.
Yeah, you've got the talkie initiative. You take it.
Yes, yeah.
What do I roll?
What is your specialty in speaking? Don't you have a tale telling or persuasion or something like that?
Prophesizing.
I'm not looking at your sheet.
No, I don't.
Under mine, you don't have persuasion?
Under mine? Oh, so it's on the first part. Traits and
Yeah.
attributes.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Overawe. Whatever the hell that is.
That's making an impression, let's say.
Oh.
Yeah, but nothing specifically like persuasion. I thought you had persuasion. No,
No.
just overall.
Overall.
Well, that's trying to impress him.
So I should roll that?
You should roll that. We'll see if
See
he's
if the
impressed.
button works. Does the button work? Let's see.
You rolled a 7, a 1, and a 3
So that would
on a
work.
D6. I have to assume that 7 is an exploded 6 plus 1, but the damn sheet doesn't show me that.
Well, I can roll it the other way. So let's see.
Well, so if you hover over it, it says what kind of dice. These are 3d10s.
Yeah, 3d10.
Yeah, but no, wait a minute. 3D10.
Yeah, my main is 1d10.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong sheet. I thought it was only a 6. Okay, yeah, then the 7 works. But he just turns away from you. His men have already spread out around town. The guy with the carbine is with him. And the other 2 have gone around the corner.
Well, I turn back to the others and go, time to start shooting some fun. Does that thing actually work, Irishman?
Yes, Father, it works, but don't know that I'd go straight to shooting.
Why not?
Perhaps we could find him first.
All right.
And here I thought there was something in the good book about thou shalt not, etc., etc. But
it depends what chapter you're on there.
oh, I
Yeah,
suppose
quick
you're one
hands,
of them
come on
fine
now.
brimstone reverends, in which I can appreciate. I assure you.
Well, where you
But
want
I
to
think-
start looking? These fellas are starting to span out real quick.
Now, Tony, would Ronan know where he was supposed to be looking for the sheriff when he arrives in town?
Well, you would assume the sheriff's office, but perhaps that's counterintuitive at this point. The sheriff's office is here in town, though. It just happens to be where this guy is headed. This one over here that went to the left.
Now, these two right here are Dixon and his other hombre, right?
Yeah, Dixon and the guy with the carbine are sticking together, but the 2 gunslingers went off in different directions.
Yep.
The sheriff's office is past the church. So it's that building there on the right over in front of the church, sort of. You'd have to zoom
yeah.
all the way out and see it, but
Yeah,
this
let's
was
see.
way over here.
I mean, he's got to be at one of those 2 places.
You can bring your tokens out onto the board, put them down here somewhere about where you would have hopped off the train. Bang.
Yeah, you're gonna have to resize them there, Tony.
I got you. Way ahead of you. I want to give you the proper sense of scale in the environment.
Matt Mercer looking ass.
Those are about the right size.
Is this a saloon right here?
It is, but it's well, it's not closed, but it's empty.
That means free booze. All right. So I'll turn around and go,
Oh,
Alright.
goodness.
y'all go ahead and try and find that feller. I'm going to keep an eye on Dixon.
All right. The scale seems to be working too. I think the looking at the measurements seems to be.
And if they don't stop me, the Reverend's going to go into the saloon, grab himself a bottle of whiskey, and then he's going to just start looking out the window and trying to keep track of Dixon.
On the 6th day, he turned water into whiskey.
On the 6th day, he partied like that was 1999. Yeehaw.
I believe you mean 1899.
What'd I say?
Reverend. All right.
Oh, well, folks, which way are we going?
Well, in a quaint little stick in the mud like this one, I reckon the chef is either going to be in that there saloon holed up in a vault in the bank, if they even have one, or in his office. So, if I was the gambling man, I would presume the saloon.
Well, we've got the saloon covered. I'll check the sheriff's office.
The saloon is completely empty, Reverend. You can just reach behind there and grab yourself a bottle. In
Cool.
fact, you might as well go top shelf this time around.
Well, I'm going to get
He's
2
stingy.
bottles. I'm going to get a top shelf bottle. That's what I'm going to drink. Then I'm going to get another bottle, and I'm going to look around for some doilies or some rags.
Now, I will mention something that most people don't usually think about when they think about setting alcohol on fire, and that is you need the high proof stuff.
Well, I got to find me some. I'm going to look around for some cigarillos and some matches while I'm at it.
No, you really need the high proof stuff if you want to create a kind of Molotov cocktail.
That's, yeah.
The standard 80 proof whiskey, barely burns.
So basically, the low end grain alcohol that came
You
out
need
of
the
distillery.
moonshot.
Yeah.
You need the moonshot. So we're not looking at the top of the shelf. We're maybe
looking at the bottom. Yeah.
bottom behind the bar, underneath the crate.
That's what I'm not drinking. I'm drinking top shelf. The bottom shelf's for, well, you
Yep.
know.
A good old coffin varnish.
Well, there you go. You can spend some time creating a couple of those. We'll see how successful you are.
I just need one. Just one.
Just need one.
Just one.
You're very confident.
I have the Lord on my side, son.
The rest of the gang is fanned out around town. This guy up here, the one that went the furthest ahead, from his direction, you're going to hear a series of shots. You're going to hear kind of a whop, whop, whop in a repeating style.
Uh-oh. Which one was that, Tony? On the map
That-
there?
Up here towards Bam.
Ah, gotcha.
And I should just see how he rolled it. As long as we're here. I don't use these sheets much either, so give me a second here. There it is.
And at least for me, the buttons can be a little temperamental. They don't always want to listen.
Let me see how this guy feels.
Whoa.
So, 4d8. So
Yeah, so ace
8.
twice.
it aced twice. So I can hit him with 2 shots.
Well,
Now I got to find out where how do I figure those shots? Either I have to draw cards or I have to roll for this. Wounds. Wound effect, wound modifiers, severity. There's a chart for where you took the damage. Hit location. Roll 1d20. So I'm going to roll 2d20 because he hit with 2 shots.
He double gut shot the sheriff, I swear to God.
So a 12 and a 15. He took 1 shot in the arm and 1 towards his side in the upper guts.
Wait. It ain't quite the bowels.
Now
Oh, fuck.
That's what I said. He took 1 in the. I'm trying to keep track of it on his thing too. Took 1 in the. Left arm. And the guts. Now for damage. He's going to get to roll damage twice, 2 different bullets from the Gatling pistol. Damage is 3d6. Did that come out right?
Says 6. Yeah. 3d6, you got a 2, a 3, and a 1. So there's your 6.
Six is 1 wound. Now, and I can roll that twice, right? Because that'd be the other bullet. Try this.
Ooh, 10.
Ooh.
10?
Yep.
I'm scrolling back and forth in different screens. Yeah, that looks like 5, 4, 1. Okay, the sheets does seem to be working right as long as we interpret them correctly.
There we go.
Which, yeah, sounds reasonable. 10, it rounds down. That's still only 1 wound. But if he got to 12, that'd be 2 wounds. So I'm going to put 1 wound for him in the left arm, 1 wound for him in the right arm, and I'm going to knock him down 2 wind.
Now this is coming from down here.
I'm not looking at what you're looking at.
Ping. It's one of the pistoleros, guys.
It's up there, yes.
Okay.
And can we tell? Are they coming like toward him or away from him?
You heard the sound, but that's about all. Well, yeah, no, the other people in the group heard the sound.
Like,
Oh, that's true.
did someone drop something?
Did you get your horn? Witta?
We were so waiting for you to show up with a horn.
Just wait. She can't get one yet. Where would she have gotten it from?
Exactly. I don't know.
Should get it here in
Pulled it out.
Tucson.
All the stores are closed.
That don't matter.
That don't mean you can't get in there. The
Oh,
Lord
wow, it is.
provided for those who takes it upon themselves to steal it, I guess. I don't know.
Well, from inside the saloon, Reverend, you'll hear the familiar womp, womp, womp of shots. And Detective, you know that sound very well. It sounds like your own damn gun.
And hearing that, I will draw and level my gun and start heading in that direction.
Oh my, it's gonna be a tussle.
So I'm looking out the window, shoving a rag in a bottle.
Dixon and his boys go shooting up the street about 30, 50 feet as far as they can make it in a single round.
Right, what's my speed?
Their guy looks like he's getting ready to return fire. Let's see what his shooting is.
Pace is probably 12.
Oof. Yeah, no, he can fire off 2 shots from a double action, but he's shooting here ahead of him. He's shooting towards the barn. And it looks like they just went slammed into the door. The bullets flop, flop, right into the wood. The rifleman is going to kind of come over here and take a little cover because he doesn't see the sheriff yet. And Dixon, he's just going to kind of mosey on over here next to the...
So, Dixon Prime is the one with the Springfield trapdoor?
Oh, yeah, that big-ass elephant gun.
Mm-hmm. Looks like a blue scarf or something.
I can pull him out here. It's yeah, he's right there.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that was...
That's him.
Yeah. All right, Dixon Prime. Good to know.
He's just sort of over here trying to get the lay of the land. It's this area here where they're shooting at and looking at.
I've got a question about our sheets here, because I have a feeling it's going to come in handy in just a second, but how do we figure our speed?
Your speed is your, what am I looking at? Your rate, your pace.
Pace.
Yeah, pace.
Double.
Pace, and where is... Oh, I see it there. 10.
Right
Okay.
top.
Pace doubled is your normal rate of movement in a combat round.
And that's in feet, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that is in feet, though your weapon ranges are usually in yards. So if it says 10, you get about 30 feet with a ranged weapon.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I'd like to start heading in there, and I'm like, I would have took off running the moment I heard that. I don't know if that's going to get us into a combat where we're going to need to start talking about initiative, but I am going to move as far as I could on that first round.
Now, that's... you can absolutely do that. You can go darting away, and you can shoot off very quick, very nimble, very spry. You're a healthy young man. The widow McAfee, she'll be along in a moment.
That's for an answer like, madam, would you care for an escort to this fine soiree we're about to attend?
She's gonna move about half speed, just so you know, and that's in combat.
My pace is 4.
Good things come to them who wait, and they come even quicker to they who take. So I'm in no rush, ma'am.
You are such a gentleman.
Yeah. I'll take his arm and head that direction, but not necessarily quickly.
See, Reverend, this is how you do it. This is the proper way to greet a lady.
And just gonna low key just slip the gold nugget back.
You're gonna put the gold nugget back in? Okay.
Yep.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna make you roll for that because that's just a beautiful bit of storytelling.
No, because like the player was feeling bad. I was like, oh, she's gonna get that nugget back. Like it'd be great, no worries about it. And now I'm just like, oh, now I'm an asshole. And,
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You did.
It was just like, and so I don't know how long you've been in this region, but this building here.
Very nice. For your generosity, and for putting this back in such a good way, I will give you some insight into that gold. You're a man of means. You've been around gold before. You've seen it in many different forms. as much as you want to believe that this nugget was taken out of the ground because it has a little bit of rock stuck to it, you're pretty damn sure it wasn't. This is melted gold. This was already refined and bricked and has been remelted to look like a nugget.
Oh my.
Now, the good news there is the purity of this nugget is through the roof spectacular, much better than anything you would actually pull out of the ground.
Yes, it is probably like worth a few times its actual weight.
Probably. It's what they would call jewelry grade.
Note for maintaining best friend. Old lady.
Also, a little bit of mystery there.
Yeah, no, that is.
Throw that at you. But thank you for returning it. You are a gentleman among gentlemen. You are a gentleman among scoundrels so far.
Yeah, we can be friends again.
I do believe he's talking about you, Irishman.
Get fucked, fodder.
You'll hear a little more commotion coming from up the street. This time it looks like they kind of got a bead on where the sheriff is. If you're looking up past the barn, you'll see him scamper to the other side and jump over a fence behind the adobe building there. All three of them are going to take shots. The carbine, boom, 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 and in two rapid succession. The pistolero, with his double action, fires off 2 shots. And Dan Dixon tries to get a bead on him, and boom! Just missed. But he cracks that rifle open, the spent casing sails out. He throws one into his mouth like a cigar and spits it right to the chamber. And that's how he quick reloads that gun.
Can't be healthy. Can't
This
be.
is gonna
Can't be
foul the action. Good lord. Kids today.
So the sheriff is down here behind the adobe building. Looks like he just ran away from the thing, from the barn.
Now, as soon as I have one of them in my sights, presuming I can get around the corner of this building to where I can see them, I will fire.
Which one are you going to fire at?
Oh, the man himself.
Then Dixon's actually going to reload his gun and head out here into the open. His 2 guys are looking to flank. You can go running up within, I think you got to be within about 30 feet of him.
Yeah.
Anything further than that, you're going to face a little.
Now, we haven't been noticed yet. Am I going to be able to make that distance before we're stuck in an initiative round, or?
I'm going to let you have this shot.
Okay. So let's see, 30 feet. Let's see where that would take me, and I'll drop myself there.
And when it happens, then we're going to do initiative for everybody on the table.
Right. So let's drop me here. That should be about right. And let's see. First shot with nailed it. First shot with this Gatling pistol. Now you just had a chance to do it, so you let me know if I mess this up. But I've got it up here.
Start with your shooting.
Now can I do that from the sheet? I think I can.
Yeah, on your front page. Let's go. Or I'm not even on the front page.
I don't know how good that was actually.
Under your deafness, you'll find Gatling pistol. Oh,
Yeah. That was damage. He wants to keep that, by the way.
Roll damage. I see what happened.
He rolled a 14 for damage, so.
Go on the front sheet, under deafness, go to your Gatling pistol.
Yes, deafness, and I've got automatics is what I've got here. I'm assuming
automatic.
that's the one.
Yeah, that's the one. I thought I put
let's
it.
roll that.
There you go. Shooting automatics. You got a 5, a 2, and an 11. I'm suddenly blanking on how we know that hits.
Has to go over their toughness. Correct.
Yeah, but what is their? Let's see.
Unless he's Marty McFlying us.
Let's get to previous Dan. Where? Nah, it can't be over his toughness. What? Where's? Oh. Damn. I'm sorry, guys. I should look this up here, because first time we've been into combat. The attack number.
Someone in that chat might be able to tell us too. No, they're just mocking us.
They're just mocking us. Okay.
No, they're mocking Tony. They ain't mocking us.
Oh God! You know this ain't easy.
No,
Oh,
it ain't easy being green. Well,
Not a called shot. It's not a.
while Tony's looking that up, I'm going to tell
Automatic.
you all that. He found it. Hold on a second.
No, I didn't. You keep going.
No, okay, all right then. This Friday, we ain't gonna have no Dragonlance neither. We didn't have Greyhawk on Tuesday, no Dragonlance on Friday. Not till next week. Next week Tuesday, we'll be back with some Greyhawk Adventures, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And on Friday, well, hell, before Friday, we're gonna have another episode of this here where I'm gonna shoot somebody, by God, before the game is over. I guarantee it. 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And then on Friday, we're going to have our Dragonlance at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Did you find it?
Yeah, but it's just keeps talking about the modifiers.
I think that's a hit.
Yeah, but how do I know it's a hit?
I'll find it. You just keep on doing your stuff. Calculate that damage, blow his leg off or something.
I'm serious. This is not making this clear as I go through the book. It shows how to shoot something. Shoot and roll.
Shooting is TN5 plus range divided by weapons range modifier. And there's, if you're aiming for
Target number's fair. Yeah, plus the range. He's within range.
And if there's any modifiers done by the gun, which I have never used one of these highfalutin Gatling pistols, so I have no idea.
Fair plus the range modifier. So there's 10 yards between you and the shooter, right? 30 feet, we said?
30 feet, so yeah, about 10 yards.
So about 10 yards.
Right? Yeah.
Count the number of yards between the shooter and target and divide it by the weapon's range increment, which is 10. The number you get is added to the fair 5 to get the base TN of the shot. So 15? Is that what it means?
It says shooting is TN5 plus range. So what's the range? 30. Divided by...
but the range is in yards. That's where we're getting screwed up. The range is in yards.
Yeah, so 10.
So 10.
Yeah.
TN 5 divided by 10?
I know, flashbacks to math class.
You see where I'm getting at? Is one of these numbers is...
Well, just make a call. Which one you want?
Let me look at these. Fuck it. The 11 hits him. So I guess that's all I can say is it's definitely over whatever modifier he's going to have. So the 11's going to hit him. Roll a d20. We'll figure out where it's going to hit him.
All right. D20.
Damn. This is not an easy system, guys.
Oh.
A head. That's either good or really bad.
Did you roll a 1? Oh, did you roll a 20?
Just a 1.
Drilled the 1. Yeah.
Oof.
That's
1 is a leg.
1 is the leg.
Odds
is
left.
I think we're looking at the same cheat sheet.
Yep, probably.
I don't have that sheet up in front of me. So the leg That's awesome. Put it in the leg. Now you can roll your damage to see what he takes in
He
the
rolled a
leg.
14. We're keeping that one there, Ref.
We're going to keep the
Ballad.
14?
We're going to keep
Then
that
that's
14.
2 wounds to his leg. Devious Dan Dixon is going to take some moderate damage to his left leg. He's also going to be pissed as he turns around and sees you there.
As a
So-
bullet bites it.
Now we're going to roll some... well, not roll. We're going to have to deal for some initiative here.
And by the end of this first combat, we'll be really good at shooting people.
I hope so. I want to shoot a lot of folk.
Machine gun preacher.
Now, how do I deal? You've dealt with this action deck before, Will.
Basically, it's
Where's the initiative?
draw. Well, if you pull up the initiative, it gives you an option on the initiative to draw cards for it.
Where do I pull up the initiative?
I can't. It's up on the upper right in the drop down part,
I must have
the
the
vertical, because it's not on mine because I'm not the ballad.
Right. I don't do this very often, so here we go.
You pull that down, and then when you open it up, the box that opens, it gives you an option in there for drawing a card, as opposed to rolling dice. You see it?
No, GM. I've already got cards open. That's the thing.
I don't see any cards.
Well, right here. Deal. Like this. Here we go. Deal cards to turn order items.
Should be deal. Gosh, it's been a minute since I've done it, but
Turn that down. Right.
and there should be a drop down that allows you to select all players.
There it is. Okay.
There they are.
Okay.
Now, what you do is then you go through and this one here you have to. I got a 10. You click on them.
Yeah, I
There's a
can't.
diff- There's a different way of doing it.
There is, and I don't know what it is.
So
All right. This is what these
Okay.
games are for, to figure this out.
I remember this being trouble last time we played in the Savage World system too. First
Yeah,
time
well-
that it got easy after that.
We had to select the tokens, I thought,
no.
so that we knew who was going to be included in the initiative order.
It just dropped them into the thing there. So basically, basically an easy way to just go about doing it, Tony, is just go ahead and deal out the cards yourself. Just peel them off the top, boom, 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 and just say in order of who's going to get them, if that's the case. Because this here, we've got it. You guys have to click on that where it says blood and gold. It's got the little doom maker.
Yeah.
Okay, and then it'll pop it up, and you can say what you got, but it's not going to place it in any order.
I'm not seeing it. I saw Dylan's go away and then come back.
Yeah, it's
That's
good.
But
because
I'm only
Grace stole
seeing-
it.
But I'm not seeing the front of the card.
Yeah.
I think we can deal them out into the thing there for you.
Ah, there. I see an 8.
Yeah, I dropped it in there for you. I don't know if that helps, but
Shit.
it's something we can do.
Ooh, how do you deal it? I've never done that.
You just grab it and drag it out.
Aha.
I think that's what we ended up doing the first time we dealt with this last time
Figure
as well.
this out.
Okay.
And then Will, you'd figured it out in between sessions how to,
Mind if I do?
and then you can take card, and flip card, and all that jazz.
All right. Well, The ace is Dixon and his boys.
Shit.
Well, shit.
And you just took a shot at Devious Dan Dixon right after he loaded his weapon. So he's going to try to shoot you.
Fun.
With his big old Remington 71 there.
I hope that don't.
He only
hit him.
gets one shot at this, and it's a 50 caliber weapon. He's gonna roll a 5. Considering how far away you are and what we know about the the math that we have to do, that's gonna miss.
Right on.
But it is an explosion out of that rifle, and it whizzes by you with a ferocity that you can hear.
Splinters from the fucking boards around me.
Dan Dixon cracks it open, sends the casing flying, throws one in his mouth like a cigar, and spits it into the chamber. And he's ready to go on the next round. But for now, you guys can act. Who had the queen?
That'd be me.
What do you want to do, Huckster? You're falling behind a bit.
Yeah. Going to. I need to drop a ruler real quick.
And let me move my card out of the way. If any, we could all move him down a little bit now that we know
Yeah, I'll take
who's
that.
who and whatnot. I might even, you know what? I'll take my card back for the time being. If that's not gonna completely, no, I'll just drop it down here. Right. Way out of the way.
Yeah, I'll be moving at half movement to stay with the honorable widow, but also just to get into some manner of line of sight. That puts me at what, 6?
You can move 8 and stay with her.
Cool, I will do that.
Well, isn't that nice?
And let's see. My boy, oh, you math is on your side this time.
Has it just worked out?
He is just outside of my Eldritch Blast range. So,
I thought you had 60.
it says 50 yards. Oh, 50 yards.
50 yards.
Per level. Oh, wait. Oh, it's 50 yards. Fuck. And
Yards, and we're
the rulers in feet. Oh,
feet.
oh,
Yeah, exactly.
My darling boy. Yep. Okay. That's, yeah.
It may be beneficial to change these maps over to yards, and I can do that, just not today.
Yeah. So,
Got to see what you're gonna do now.
let's see. Cashing in a white chip just gives us the more dice, correct?
Yes, to add to your whatever you're gonna do.
Yes. Allows. You said it was one additional die.
One additional die for every white chip you spend.
Cool. All right.
Now you can spend multiple white chips, but the rule is if you've already spent a red chip or a blue chip, you can't roll a white chip on top of that.
Right. Okay. So I'm just gonna do the let's roll the Soul Blast base first and just do the extra dice after. And that's gonna be an additional D8 if I need it.
So you're using your Soul Blast.
Yeah. So that's a 7.
Now you have to deal yourself some cards for this one.
Yep. A deck. So 5. Yeah.
5 cards. Let's do the best poker hand you could put together.
Hey, that is a significant departure from what last week was.
Would
Ooh.
you?
That is 3 10s.
Well,
Three of
yeah,
it.
three of a kind.
That's a nice card,
3 of
too.
a kind does 5d8 damage.
That's what I'm talking about, son.
Now, Soul Blast is does it go with hit location? It is a thing, right? It's a
It's spread target. I could attempt a called shot, but I did not. So hexing and roll.
yeah. He just use your regular roll.
If Soul Blast hits, depending on the hand drawn as shown on the table, this damage does extra dice with hit location and ignores all armor, including cover. The better the hand, the more damage. So I think it just unless it's
roll
like
your
yeah.
roll the 1d20 anyway. Let's see if we put it right on something.
If it's a head, I'm gonna need to get a beer. So close. Ooh,
You got him in the guts.
that's
Got right in the guts with a lot of damage, though. Roll that
That's-
5d8.
Well, you're a daisy if you do.
Wow.
Damage. Does damage ace or no?
Yeah.
Damage adds all together, but
Combines.
let's see, 8, 23. So,
Because I know in some editions it does, others it doesn't, and I just
roll one more die for that ace.
26. Not bad.
That's gonna do 4 wounds
Ringo Gambito.
in the guts, and that puts him in critical condition. Do you want to tell me what a soul blast looks like? Because what am I imagining that you're doing? I know the cards appeared in your hand.
Yeah, so yeah, he's Anson's just quickly shuffling, cutting, doing the big old Princess and the Frog shadow hand shit, and with like each sleight of hand draws out a glowing crackling poker card that it's kind of like rimmed in the same kind of light you'd see in like a prairie thunderstorm. And just with all 4 folds them together, and it just becomes basically the kind of the lightning that strikes the same place twice.
Then that's what you see horizontally cutting through the dusty street between the posts of the saloon, and almost out of nowhere. I mean, he could barely see you. He's going to take 4 shots to his guts. He's going down to his knees, and he's going to crawl for some cover. He's going to move over here and try to hide. The other
Ronan
dude,
just has a shotgun blast fire off one side, and he goes, ah! And then the fucking electricity off the other side. Oh, fuck it!
What's with these freaking Americans?
As he's still running the whole time.
the other 2 banditos haven't given up their search. One of them is making it around to the back of the building where Lazarus Cooper is. But Cooper's going to step out and take on this guy out here in front of him. So, Cooper's going to roll again. Gatling pistol shooting. I got a 5. It's the best. That should be the baseline for it.
It is. Baseline's 5. TN 5.
And he's right there. I mean, you're right in the... Where is it? Yeah, he's well within range. Where is it? Roll D20 to figure out where, right?
Yep.
I will remember that. 12. What does the 12 get me?
Arms. Odd is left, even is right. Sounds like his arm got blowed off.
Maybe we'll see what happens here. Got 3d6
double
damage
slings
coming, but only. Oh! A 1, 1, and a 3 for a 5. Not
Ugh,
good.
That's terrible.
That's terrible. It's not even a wound. because it does not rise to the level of his size. Just barely. So 3 very impressive whoop, whoop, whoop bullets, but thump, 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 notoriously unreliable, these guns.
Better him than us.
Widow McAfee, you're bringing up the rear.
Yeah. I think.
I'll move you up with the.
Yeah, so I would have stayed with the huckster, and he moved back that way. I mean, then I'd go over to the saloon, maybe find if I can grab a pint or something. At this point, they've got this taken care of.
It seems like, but you now are witness to his actual hucksterness. You've seen magic beams just fly out of this man's hand. Cards appeared and went shooting across the street.
I'm walking up into the saloon. I'm like, God damn, it must be just going out of my goddamn fucking mind.
You must be.
Maybe I shouldn't be going up to these mountains.
This is what happens when I'm sober.
Reverend, I don't know that from inside the saloon you actually saw the magic happen, but you've definitely heard the commotion.
That's all right, because the Reverend's going around. There's a back door out of this place, of that I'm sure. He's going to go out, and there's probably, since how there's trees and stuff along these lines out there, there's probably an alleyway. It's going to allow him shenagle his way up this way without having to get in the open out there.
You can. Now, I don't know if you'll see him from the distance you're at, but I don't want to move him. I just want to measure him. There's a guy up on a rooftop. He's about 50 feet away.
Should I roll my...
He's over here. Let me ping him for you.
Yeah, I know where he's at.
Yeah, okay.
Should I roll that? What is it?
Do you...
scrutiny, or what would I roll to see if I notice him up there?
Yeah, roll your scrutinize. I mean, you put some extra dice into it, right?
Yeah. Got a 7.
Let's see this.
Make sure that's right. I get
You
plus
rolled
2
2 dice?
Yeah, there's 2d8. That's right.
Well, did you add the +2?
No.
Okay, so you're at 9.
Yeah.
You definitely see him. The question is, does he see you?
Of course.
He doesn't really have a scrutinize. Oh shit, but he does have cognition. You're gonna lock eyes with him, I think. Right as you try to mosey out the back door, he's gonna see you.
He's a pistolero, ain't he?
He is a pistolero, and he's
I'll just nod my head to him.
well, again, he's in feet, not yards.
That's fine.
He could probably squeeze off a shot at you.
Well, damage is already done. I'm out and I went out the door and he's there. Yeah, let me just do this.
Over 30 feet, though, over 10 yards, he's going to start to get a little less accurate. Let me just see if he's going to squeeze off a shot. But he's just a little pistolero. Nah.
We dab.
You heard him. You heard the bullet go off. You heard...
Yeah, that's what I figured. That's why I'm just... Because I'm going to just be moving up northways. So I'll be getting out of his line of sight here as soon as I can.
It's about 25 feet for you to get out onto the street.
I don't want to go out in the open now. I'm going to go down towards the end of the alleyway there and then look around. I'm assuming at that point in time, if I look around, I might notice somebody with his guts hanging out.
Guts hanging out, but he's still reloading his big damn elephant gun. He's hunkered down against the wall. He's not looking your way.
Bibled.
I'm going to light up my Molotov cocktail.
Yes.
Fire damage I had not anticipated. Let me get to that page in the book.
I missed the moose.
Yeah, where's the moose? Bring the moose up.
I looked away for
We
a
need a
minute.
moose sighting. Oh, moose is
When
going
she
for
comes
a walk.
back in.
Okay.
Yeah. She'll be in a second.
I'm pretty sure, according to what I'm reading right here, it's 4d20 damage.
That's what I'm getting to. 4d20 damage. But how do I know? It's you got to throw it at him.
Yeah.
So do you have any throwing skill?
Of course I do.
Do you?
Yes, I throw around the love of the Lord every Sunday to anyone who will listen to me. Let's see.
Throwing is a derivative of your deafness.
Yeah, it's under your deafness. And if you don't have it under your deafness, you can still do it. But
Spirit, smarts.
deafness is in there.
You could throw it to me.
Ah,
That's
there it
a
is.
throwing skill.
No, I don't have anything for throwing, so I'll just do my deafness.
Let's see.
Here we go.
Oh, you've got throwing on there. You just don't have anything in it. So yeah, 3d10. What did you get? You
6.
got a 6, a 2, and a 2.
I have to state if I'm going to spend stuff beforehand, correct?
Yes, but since we don't, we're new here, we'll let it slide.
All right, I want to spend 2 of them chips that Tim got me earlier. I'm going to throw those up on there. That gives me 2 more dice, right?
That gives you 2 more dice. Throw 2 more dice on there and see if you can.
All right, let's see what we get this time.
Beat a 6.
Well, how about that? I got a 9.
A 9 is going to do it. Now, this isn't localized damage. This is just an explosion that's going to take off around this guy. You're going to heave your Molotov cocktail, probably light it first.
Of course.
Roll the damage, 4d10.
All right, here we go. $27.
27.
Jesus.
That is 4 more wounds for this poor son of a bitch. He's not going to survive much longer now that he is completely on fire. The Molotov cocktail just shatters around him on the side of the building, on his clothes. He's on fire. He's screaming. He's going to run out into the middle of the street and just...
Dixon, drop and roll.
From below, Ronan, shotgun blast, lightning, fucking fireball of fucking Molotov. Jesus, Mary and Joseph, and you call yourself a fucking priest.
You guys didn't
And
see
the
I
fire-
did that. It was all
the fire
I'm all
came
the
out
way
of
up
nowhere.
here. Yeah. You guys have no clue what happened.
Before
You just said
you
Jesus,
say,
Mary and Joseph.
the reference of fucking dragon.
Now I figured out how to do your cards there.
Oh, how do we do my
okay.
cards?
So basically, when you go into the roll and you're going to go in for, you click the cards. It's going to say deal, and then there's a box. You put a 1 in there.
yeah.
Cards 2, and then you select on the bottom. You should be able to select all players, and then
Yeah.
what you do is you go down and you have to do. There's a bar. You have to click that deal cards to the turn order, and it'll drop them in. But you have to have the initiative open.
How do I open the initiative?
Okay,
Right.
to open the initiative over here on the top left, there's going to be, it's like a clock or something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Clock.
There,
turn.
you got the turn order open. Now, before you do this, what you have to do is you have to type in us. So you have to go into, you click to add, and then you type in a name, you add it. So it'd be, you see what I'm saying? You have to add
Yeah,
in the
okay.
people. Yeah. And you have to add that in because with the way that the cards work, because it's not coming off of a centralized character sheet or something like that, it doesn't automatically populate. So you have to write in the names of the people. So you'd write in the Reverend, so forth and so on. And then you can keep that, and then you won't ever have to mess with it again, except to add in your bad guys.
Well, okay, but how about there's an easier way to do it?
There you go. Hey, I'm all for it.
If you right click on the token after you got the turn order open, at the top of the bar where you can delete, copy, and paste, you just add turn.
Excellent. Okay, so now you should be able to deal out the cards and they'll automatically go over there.
Okay. Let's try it.
Just put in 1
To everybody.
and then you hit the bar, deal cards
Look
to
at
turn
that.
order. Booyaka shot.
Hey.
And then there's a button you press in there that will order it. There you go. Orders it by the suit. There you go.
Wow.
Didn't put the ace up top though.
That I can't help you with. Roll 20 if you'd love to be a sponsor.
Oh, there we go.
There it is.
All right, I've figured it out, sort of.
There it is.
And I got another ace. So,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, what kind of luck?
but Dan Dixon is on fire and bleeding and just laying in a hump on the ground. It's really the other guys you've got to worry about at this point. We'll go from this turn order here. And what you'll see is Lazarus Cooper come running out around the building. He's being chased by the guy with the carbine. The shooter's going to come down here to Dan, try to put him out. The other shooter is making his way towards the road. So we got some action here. We got some action over here. We got you guys down here. Where are we going? What are we doing?
Use a ball of energy.
Who's next?
Well, looks like the Reverend's next in the line. Pecking order there.
What's she doing?
So,
What's she doing?
I know this feller done took a shot at me is probably gonna try and sneak his way up. So I'm gonna mosey on back, look around this here building for him. Don't see him, I take it.
Well, he's right there.
I don't know if that's in my line of sight or not.
He's right next to the church. He's coming up by the church.
Okay.
So but here, where you are, you could see this way. There's just trees back here.
That's what I figured. I can't see him quite yet. So when I get there and I look, I don't see him, right?
I'm saying you can see him.
Excellent. If I can see him, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a shot at him.
Started blasting.
Casual Brit, I think you said it goes pew, pew, pew. All right, here we go.
What are you shooting?
Well, of course, I've pulled out my pistol, my peacemaker.
Your Colt Peacemaker.
Yep, here we go. 7.
A 7 is, he's wide in the open, and he's within 30 feet. So a 7 is going to hit him. Roll a d20 to figure out where.
All right, I can do that. D20. Let's see here. 14. That got him in his right arm. It's a shooting arm, I bet.
On that guy, it is a shooting arm. So roll your damage. Let's see what happens here.
Please max damage and just
Got
rip it
11.
off the elbow.
That is only 1 wound, but so close to being 2 wounds.
That's
So
all right. I got a rate of fire 2 on my peacemaker.
You do, because your Peacemaker's double action.
Got
That means
right.
the chamber moves ahead as you're pulling the trigger. This gun is a marvel of technology.
Sure is. All right, second shot. Got a 6.
You barely got him, but he's within that range. So go ahead and
All right.
roll a d20 and show me where you're shooting.
7. I shot him in the guts.
You get a good gut shot here, and you might actually drop this guy. Show me some damage.
All right, hold on 1 second.
And you're looking to go multiples of 6.
I hope so. Come on, baby,
18,
give it to
24.
me. The Lord giveth me a 10.
You're going to get him in the guts, but again, not too bad. He got shot in the arm, he got shot in the side, but he's still going to shoot back at you.
That's all right. He's going to miss. The Lord's on my side.
You better hope the Lord's on your
We can
side.
spend those chips on damage, or yes or no?
Some of them you can. Pull up the. Let me go back here.
Just as long as I know that I can do it on some of them. That's what I mean.
You could. They can soak wounds. Like the white chip can soak 1 wound.
Okay.
The red chip can soak 2. The blue chip can soak 3, and a
Yeah.
legendary can do 5.
Okay. Now keep in mind, I didn't go out in the open behind cover. So the only thing sticking out of me is my right hand and like my face and then my right chest. I didn't go out in the open.
Fair enough. You are taking cover, and he's got. Why does it say 9?
Is it 10?
Oh, 'cause
He's got a
he's
minus
already-
1.
Yeah, he's already wounded, so it's figuring it in.
Nice.
So good, the sheet's working. The 9 with you undercover, it's not going to hit you, but it's going to splinter the wood right in front of your face. That's not the only guy, though. The other one is going to take a shot with his carbine. He's going to shoot at the sheriff.
Uh-oh.
What's he getting?
That's gonna hit him.
It is. He's right there, right behind him. Oh, D20 to figure out where. Oh my God!
He shot him in the head. Well, that's
Fucking
not right.
Christ.
He's not going to be able to tell us anything if he's dead. God dang it.
And we got to see how much damage he does. This is a Lamat carbine. It's a 9-shot repeater. So, granted, he can only fire 1 per round before he has to crank it loaded again. But the damage here is going to tell us a lot.
I love the Lamat. Dibs.
There's the moose.
What kind of modifier do you get for a shot in the head?
+2 to damage.
That's 11.
It's not a 12, which would be 2 wounds. So right now he's got a light head wound from
Off the fucker's
carbine.
ear.
Probably.
Yup. Oi. Just rub some dirt on it, you'll be fine.
The other guy is still trying to put out his boss. He's trying to like cover him with some dirt and roll him around and stuff. But devious Dan Dixon is long dead.
Oh, that made me sad, man.
Just one more D onto his moniker.
Yeah.
So, did I put away the turn order?
No, it's right there. Next
can see
in
it.
line is the huckster.
There it is. I had minimized it. Huckster, you can see the other pistolero from where you are, looking at the flaming, smoldering body of Dan Dixon. You're not quite sure how that happened. You could look at your own cards, but you're pretty sure you didn't do that.
Say, I don't think I have one of them. And the you said the widow went into the saloon for a drink.
She's moseying that way, it looks like. She's just...
All right. Well, far be it from me to get between a woman and her libation. So, I will engage with my full movement just to get a little bit closer. Yeah, that's actually I can get right about me off.
It's fucking hot again.
And yes, let's.
Thank you.
I'm gonna try and Gringo Gambito this guy again. Let's do it.
The one standing over the other.
She's fine.
Yes. Come on, whammies. Hey.
It's fine. You can keep it.
A
It's fine.
7 is gonna work for you, but let's see where this blast is gonna head for. Roll a d20.
20. Right in the giblet. That's the wrong macro. Silly me.
Slashar, you're not on Reddit.
That is
A 2 gonna be one of his legs, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Gonna be his
That's
right
going
leg.
to be Evans is going to be his right leg.
Then deal yourself a hand there, Huckster. Your joker's coming out of the hunting grounds and putting some intention in behind them fingertips.
You had to say the word Joker, didn't you?
What'd you get?
That's 2 pair. That's
Two pair.
2 nines and 2 jokers.
Two jokers. Well, wait a minute. 2 9s and 2 jokers.
Yeah, you said leave the jokers in, correct?
Yeah, but jokers play like wild cards.
Yeah.
That's not 2 pair. That's
Oh.
4 of a kind, my friend.
Oh, that's okay then. Even better.
He explodes.
Yo!
I believe it's something like that. Where is the soul blast damage?
Yeah, this is I've only ever used the like the Savage Worlds card like deck for initiative. Never have I ever used it for spells. This is all Brave New World for me.
Well, do you want to hear the good news?
Yes.
9d10.
Oh shit.
Oh. First out the gate here.
And it's gonna be a shit show from here on. It's gonna be too high.
Damage,
Alright.
and you add the damage. Oh my. Oh my.
That fella's dead.
32, 40. Yeah, that's 6 wounds to anything. So I don't want to be a Matt Mercer, but how does this guy die?
I'm gonna say that it's in the same old card trick. This one like twirling them on his fingertips, folds them together, and just goes to aim the stack of of the folded hand, and whether it's a ricochet from something or maybe some detritus in the air, but the church bell tower goes ging, and I just turn his entire lower half into a greasy smear and a bad memory of some poor lady somewhere.
Then we have deaths akimbo. Both of them, a smoldering heap and a man who somehow lost the bottom half of his body, are just there in the middle of the street. You've still got 2 more to deal with, though. Witta, are you hanging out in the saloon?
She's having her second shot.
Well, I thought about, because I wasn't in the saloon yet. Thought about right on the front porch if I could throw the axe, but I don't know what kind of distance modifier I'd need.
Your let me show it to you. It has basically the same range as a close-up shotgun.
Okay.
So you got to be a little bit closer probably than you are, but let me I did put in here. Where is it? Yeah, it doesn't show the distance, but let's say if you can get within probably 10 yards, make it 30 feet. Well, probably have to be a little closer than that.
Yeah, and there's no way in hell I'm getting that close. I can't get that close.
Well, not in one round, but you can get there in a couple of rounds.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
gonna have to mosey. Do you want to make that your intention though over the next couple of rounds to like move up the street?
Sure. Yes, that'll work. Yeah. But yeah.
Well, then you could look all kinds of menacing. You can pull your pickaxe out and just kind of.
An old lady with a pickaxe looking menacing.
I would mess my drawers.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't know about the rest of y'all, but
I promise you don't want to be on the opposite end of this pickaxe.
Yeah.
Oh, I've just realized we've skipped over Ronan.
Oh, have we entirely?
Totally. Yeah, way to
I
go.
apologize.
Balladeer.
No, I was just after.
Turn order.
We only skipped me by one. We're not. It's not a.
You're right. 9 and 8. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You go.
All right.
Tell
So
me what
Ronan,
you-
after seeing all of this shit go down, he continues his jog down the street, but he's muttering to himself all sorts of, "What the fuck am I doing here? This is a fucking terrible idea." And he's gonna fire off at this guy who's outside of his range by about say about 3 yards.
You can't get any closer? I thought you were.
That's my 20
Okay.
20
That was
feet,
20
I
feet.
believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, size.
Let me just double
don't-
check. Let me just double check that was 20 feet. But yeah, that's about
Yeah. Okay.
from there, I think. Yeah. So what's that now? For range modifiers, what is that going to be? A -1?
It's gonna. I think 10 over is -2.
10 feet or? 'Cause he's only
Yeah, it's only 10 feet. It's less than 10 yards. Okay, so yeah, make it 1. I was thinking you gotta convert.
He's just
yards.
outside of my range. By
So
about
yeah,
3 yards.
-1. -1 is fine.
All right, let's roll this
That was good.
shoot and roll.
Now we talk about the distance. The distance here is going to take that modifier and move it up. So you're not going to hit him with a 6,
Fuck.
but you're going to scare the hell out of him with 3 bang, bang, bang shots, and you're going to force him to maybe dodge and go for cover.
And yeah, he's just I'm just as he gets here, his feet sort of skid and he starts peeling off because he saw the sheriff go behind that other building. He's peeling off to head towards where he saw the sheriff go.
The sheriff is over here at this point, so you kind of want to take the
Yeah,
the
he sort of
shortcut.
skids as he gets to this sort of junction and he starts turning to the left.
Okay,
To
so you're
head down.
gonna head over that way.
Yeah.
I got you. I didn't actually put the sheriff into the turn order, but I should probably do that at this point and let him squeeze off another shot towards the guy with the carbine. Womp, womp, womp. He's got a 7 there, and I think he's close enough. Yes. So he's going to hit with one of them. Ooh, 16. That's arm, I
Let me
believe.
see. Hold on.
arms. Yeah, odd left, even right.
Nope.
Wait, no,
that's
no, 16 is guts. Yep.
Got
Just
him in
guts.
the guts.
Got him in the guts. All right, that's oh, I got the wrong guy up here. Damn it.
Oh, he's huge now.
not what I wanted to do.
Secret power has been released.
Weird West indeed.
No, that's
Nope.
not what I
Now
wanted
he's
to do.
over there. He's a teleporting giant.
That's what I wanted.
He reaches down and grabs the priest.
So it's his guts, right?
Guts.
Okay, that's what I want to make sure here. And he needs to do damage here. Schmack. Ooh. That's 2 wounds for sure. 2 wounds to the guts on this guy.
He was already wounded previously, too.
Not that one. That's the guy with the rifle.
Oh, you're shooting somebody else?
This guy up here.
Oh, I thought that was the guy with the rifle.
That's
Oh, you're right. My bad. Never mind.
the carbine
Yeah, never
rifle.
mind. Never mind.
Not the elephant gun.
Yeah.
So if we come back to the top of the round after that, Dan Dixon is dead, but he's got 2 men still working for him. The gunman's going to come out here onto the street looking for you, Reverend.
Well, that's just stupid.
And this guy, I think he's going to try to come over here. Well, shit. He's in bad shape no matter which way he goes. He sees you, Ronan, kind of taking shots, so he doesn't want to head that way. But then he's got another Gatling pistol facing him the other direction. So he's going to come back here and try to take some cover behind the door.
Is the good old survival of the fittest? Nope.
Nobody's going to have a really good shot at anybody here, but he's going to try to fire his carbine over towards the sheriff. That is the objective anyway. The sheriff's got cover, so probably won't. Nah, not even close. The wounds are bringing him down.
As they should.
Starting then at the top of the order, the king can act.
Well, hell. I guess the Reverend, seeing how this fool's done run around the other way, he's going to come back down to this part over here, poke around the building. Hey, you should probably think about surrendering.
Well, shoot him if you're going to shoot him.
Oh, yeah.
Here from behind cover.
Yep, here it comes. Let's see here.
He's out in the open. He's trying to get a good line on you.
I got a 16.
You're definitely going to hit this guy.
Should I roll for both of the hits then, and then both the damage, or does it matter?
It doesn't matter, but we got to figure out where. You got to roll a d20 to figure out.
So
where
this one is going to hit him in his.
That's a leg shot.
4, yeah. That's a leg. It's his right leg. And I already shot him in his other leg. And I got a 7. So does a 7 hit?
A 7 is going to hit him because he's right there. He's a 6
Okay.
is going to do it. So a 7 is gotcha.
And I'm going to hit him in the 17, which is his guts. So he's getting shot in his right leg and his guts. Here's the damage. All right. Right leg. 10.
That's 1 wound.
The guts. And it didn't. Okay, it didn't roll. Try it again. 23 in the guts.
That's
I'm sorry.
3.
Pew, pew, pew.
That's 3, but he already had a gut shot.
Yeah. I
So
know.
he is now critically wounded to his midsection.
Does that
he's
mean-
he's holding in parts of himself and trying to shoot his carbine.
You mean his pistol?
Or his pistol. Sorry, yeah, it's the other guy.
You might want to think about surrendering, son. Just throw that pistol out there onto the ground away from you.
He's gonna back up. There's a little hotel over there. He's gonna get over onto their porch under the balcony.
Okay.
That brings up the 10. Huckster, you're doing good work from way back there.
From way downtown.
Yeah.
No kidding.
3-pointer from cross court. All right.
You're setting up some shots from way down the street. I didn't realize Soul Blast had such a range.
Yes. Yeah. Because I said,
No wonder you dress nice. You never have to get messy.
I can afford it. Now, that being said, will mosey and meander myself. Well, it's this gentleman over me in the barn that has the carbine.
Yeah, and it's some cover too.
Well, it's a good thing I don't give a flying rat's ass about things so inconspicuous as cover. So I'm just going to take a leisurely dusty road stroll. There-ish. And could we hear the Reverend telling the guy to surrender?
Yeah, you heard a couple of shots, and the familiar voice,
and it's just like, hey, I would listen to the kind Reverend because you're certainly a daisy if you don't.
Oh, I love it.
And yeah. I'm just gonna.
Surrender really isn't an option for the Dixon boys at this point.
See,
they're pot committed, as it were.
Well, I can at least say that I tried.
You did.
And just feel really bad about killing them later. All right, let's do the totally not Eldritch Blast. Also, question with if a Joker is drawn, is it like with the initiative and the deck reshuffles?
Your Jokers can do different things depending on when they pop up. But Black Joker bad, Red Joker good.
Okay.
Now, when they pop up in your hand, you're just playing them like wild cards, though.
Roger.
Especially if they pop up together like they did.
Oh, Mesquite Blast. Oh, my land. Okay.
Yeah, you ignore all cover with your soul blast. Your fingers do the walking, and you're going to send some damage that way.
All right,
roll a D10 to see what part of him you're targeting. Or a D20, sorry. Looking at it.
That is a true. I'm
You like
aiming
the
low
legs,
today.
man.
Yes.
So that's his left leg.
It's just like I can't quite adjust to get the aim to go high, I guess.
Now deal yourself a hand.
Got a hand. It's pair of fives.
One
Nothing too fancy.
pair is 1d6
Right.
of wind damage.
Oh, and there's the red tab. All right, 1d6. So close. 5 wind.
5 wind. That is actually going to knock him down a bit to the point where he's almost exhausted. It's tiring, shooting and holding in your guts and hiding for cover, and all of a sudden these magic cards appear out of nowhere, make a left turn, and boom, just get you anyway. It's like this door didn't do nothing to stop any of that.
I just wanted to say, my friend, I did give you the option. So, well, Pinkerton.
You're up there, sir.
I will fire off one shot before I move here.
Things flying over your shoulder you don't understand.
And I'll go to give it up, you'd have to go up straight, and I'll fucking fire one off at him. Or 3, rather.
You're going to fire off 3. He does have a +4 to his cover. He's hiding almost completely behind that door.
And you know what? He's going to have another... I have another -1 to mine anyways because of the distance, so... because he is still outside of my 30 feet of...
Did you move again?
No, I haven't moved yet. I want to save my movement for after this shot.
Ah, okay.
Unless that's... that's kosher in this system, yeah?
Oh, yeah, that's
Shoot,
fine.
then move?
Yeah, yeah. You get movement.
I'd actually
when
ask
you do
that,
your
yeah.
action, so.
7 is the best I've got. And I believe that means I'm fucked.
Yeah, no, you're going to get the womp, 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 and thump, thump, thump into the wood.
And I'll just
But
say,
he doesn't pop his head back out. You know, he ducked back. You definitely sent him scurrying.
and I just sort of shout out, sorry, I don't have any fucking magic, and I'll run around the corner. And
Thank you for following Variable 84. We appreciate it very much.
That's your heart.
and as soon as I see the sheriff in sight, what condition is he in?
He hasn't been hit. I don't
He
think-
hasn't been hit, but he's been
Scared.
running around. Yeah,
He got shot in the head, didn't he?
Oh yeah.
Oh
That's
yeah,
right.
he got nicked.
He got
He
grazed.
got shot right
Grazed.
at the beginning of this fight before we
Yeah.
even were in combat.
I think we agreed that the guy nicked his ear, so he's got blood streaming down his face.
And was he not shot like in the leg before we even got
No.
into the turn order?
No, he did. He hadn't been shot before, but let me go back
Okay.
to his sheet because I did keep track of. He does. He's got one light head wound.
Okay, that's all that he's okay then. And seeing that he's more or less in cover and knowing that we're safe, I will sort of the tension will release a little bit once I see him alive.
You
And that's
You've never met Lazarus Cooper. I should tell you. The message that you received came through official channels, more or less, saying if you're going out this way, this is the man who knows what you're looking for.
Yeah.
You're surprised that he is a black man. Lazarus
and
Cooper.
he's surprised I'm an Irishman, I'm sure.
Exactly. You don't see many freed slaves that go into the law enforcement business, but that's what Lazarus Cooper has done. Obviously, he's also been in your business because he's got a pistol that's, issued by your bosses.
Hmm. Now,
So-
I would have probably noticed that from the sound from the beginning. Yeah, I would have
Yeah,
included
yeah,
that
that-
early.
Those pistols do not become a regularity around, and very few use them other than Pinkerton agents.
Gotcha. And his name, sorry, I'm back to my
Lazarus
bad here.
Cooper.
Lazarus Cooper. Thank you. All right. Sorry, that's my turn.
He'll give you a tip of the hat and appreciate the help, but you still got a couple of them here that are causing problems. Widow McAfee, you're still making your way moseying. Let's say you're up to about there.
Where is this guy one of them?
Yeah, that's one of them.
He's way out
Okay.
of your range with it.
And there's
I know.
there's another guy over here.
I didn't realize there were two. I thought there was only one. So yeah, continuing.
Oh, poor Grace. Poor voice.
You could have gone out the back door of the saloon like the Reverend did and maybe cut off a little room, but you'll get there when you get there.
I'm not in a hurry.
You can't be.
So look, I'll give you a little extra movement this time around and get you up there a little faster.
The widow Mosey's with the best of them, but that's about it.
Yeah, you
It's
Mosey.
the Pinkerton and the Hutch are just like, come on.
You want to get behind cover?
You just fucking.
Someone shoots at her, and it's gonna be like that scene from Superman Returns that the bullet just goes and just bends right off.
It's probably true.
Old Lady Iron.
Well, you put the thought into me, and we're back at the top order. So top of the order. So
No, don't you dare! Don't shoot Grandma!
Yeah, that's exactly what he's gonna do, son.
the rifleman with the carbine's going to pop out from behind the door and tuck in some of his guts, crank that carbine once, and try to level it down the street. He's going to take a shot at the widow. And he is going to fail miserably. The shot goes way wide because he can't stand up straight. The widow just keeps walking with her with their pickaxe, swinging.
She's coming for you.
She's coming for you, all right.
1, 2, Granny's coming for you.
Give. The other bandito is hardly anywhere to be found. He's on the other side of this hotel now, just trying to find cover.
How fast can he move if he's critically wounded in his
He's not
chest?
going anywhere. He's going like 10 feet.
It looks like he's up on top of the damn thing.
I can't get him under it. That's my.
He's not going in and pay no attention to him.
He's under the awning. I just
Gotcha.
can't make him seem like
No, I
he's
got
under.
you. I got you.
But he's near dead, that one. So, yeah, you still got the king there, preacher.
All right, the Reverend's gonna start going over there. He's gonna holster his pistol.
He's gonna holster his pistol.
Now, son, you're in a world of hurt over there, and why don't you let me help you out and see what we can't do about this? I mean, if the worst thing that's happening here, if you're gonna pass on, let me say a few words and absolve you of your sins before you go on to meet your maker. And I got this bottle of whiskey.
Oh, he'll drink the whiskey and he'll say, "Thank you, Father."
Now you just drink that whiskey. I'll open up my Bible as he's drinking. I'm gonna pull out that Derringer,
No, jeez.
and as I'll wait for him to take back a big swig and close his eyes because he's in pain and whatnot. Then I'm just gonna put it up to his temple. Amen, son. Put it back in my Bible.
Yeah. All right.
This one didn't make it, y'all.
Put him out in the street there.
There we go. That's it. Now he'll grab the bottle and save what he can.
The carbine guy. He can barely stand up. He drops to one knee. Ugh. He's barely up. What's the huckster doing? That's his turn again, right?
Let's see, Ace, King, 10. As things as they are, they're working. I'm gonna move first. I'm gonna continue my mosey. Thereabouts. So I'm just gonna move up, and I can't recall. Was dead D-bag Dixon? Was his trapdoor loaded before he perished?
He squeezed off a shot right
think so,
before he
yeah.
went down, so I don't think he had a chance to
No.
do his speed load.
Okay, well,
I was
then-
trying to make that a significant thing so I'd remember that he did it.
Yeah. So then, another soul blast it will be. Yes, I wanted to use Phantom Fingers and just, Sorcerer's Apprentice, gun over to Granny and have her just send the guy to high heaven. But here we go. Let's roll.
You're gonna roll a 7, and your soul blast is gonna activate. Roll a d20 to show me what you're targeting. Well, as you're doing it,
Oh,
you're going right for his head, aren't you?
yep.
Deal yourself a hand, huckster, and let your joker tell you what you did.
Right.
But what you hear is the wind picking up. It's whistling through the town now. Dust is starting to pick up. swirl in places. What do you use? 7/7?
Just a pair of 7s.
Pair of 7s. It's gonna do that 1d6 wind damage.
And that's does an additional 2 to the because of the, so it's 1d6 plus 2 for hitting him in the head, right?
Yes, you're because you nailed him in the noggin. But go ahead and roll that.
5.
5 is just 5 wind. He is almost completely winded at this point, which is an irony because the wind is picking up and it's starting to swirl. And as it does, a monstrous dust devil appears. It takes the masked bandit and shreds him to pieces in front of you. It's as tall almost as the second story on that, on the barn.
I've never done that before.
But the dust devil. Here, I'll get this guy dead. The dust devil's gonna make his way down the street, and it moves fast. It's heading towards you.
Oh shit, Widow. You're fucked.
Oh no.
It's like spinning blades, spinning razors. It's just dust and an ethereal kind of sharpened snake going around and around and around. To get close is to get cut. To be enveloped is to be killed. The Dust Devil is a unique creature. You're going to have to find a way to destroy it.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, no.
Let's go to... How do
you what?
I want to deal cards for a new round of
Same
action.
way. Same way. You just would have to take out whoever. Yeah, see, there you go.
I'll trash him. Actually, I should have left it because that would have been our.
Yeah. When I ran Savage Worlds, I just wrote bad guy, and then I always left, and I just left that in there.
The Dust Devil doesn't really have any intention of its own. It's not targeting you, but it is moving down the street. It's going to continue moving down the street this way until you can find a way to stop it. There's a turn order. We don't necessarily need to stick to it, but we'll go down the line. Who's got ideas?
Well, the Reverend's fitting ready to get inside this here. What are they? I think this is a hotel. He's going inside.
Yeah, over there's the hotel.
Yep. Y'all have fun with that out there.
I mean, I've got a question. I think I got area knowledge. I mean, would that give me anything more about what this could be?
Roll some area knowledge.
Okay.
Roll that.
7.
This is a creature of the desert. It's been around for about 20 years, 30 years, ever since that big cataclysm revealed the ghost rock. Then all these weird things, abominations, started popping up out of the desert.
Right.
You know that they happen in the driest places and in the windiest of places. But somehow they're alive, they're dangerous, and if it happens in a cattle pen, it'll take out an entire herd.
Yeah.
Ugh. This is a cyclone of really sad meat.
The sheriff will step out around and try to fire his revolver. Boom, boom, boom. No effect.
Can I'm thinking maybe to try to get like water or something on it or like close to it.
There are horse troughs up and down the street
Okay.
and a bucket if you needed it.
Yeah, probably need it with my Mosnian skills.
With your mosey in you.
And then I think I see a bucket like right there.
That's probably a bucket.
All right, I'll take it. Throw it right here, and then I'll just chuck the water at it.
How close are you?
Close enough.
She's so close, it's hard for me to measure. Oh, yeah, you're like within 10 feet.
Yeah, which I might die, but you know, I'm not worried. I got water.
At least you'll come back with a quicker character then.
Yeah.
Throw the bucket of water. Use your the same throwing that you do with the axe. You're just going to throw the whole bucket on it. Just literally heave the bucket.
All right, if I can freaking find
You
it.
should have like a throne.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we'll
there you
use
go.
that. An 8 is perfect because you're within 10 feet, and a 6 is... Actually, this thing is huge. A 10 is going to hit it because it's a monster.
Yeah.
The bucket of water, like the Wizard of Oz, works perfectly.
Look at you with all your fancy knowledge and whatnot, Witta.
The
I just thought that we were
desert winds stop immediately. And if you look around, everything seems to be okay.
Well, I think we all did our part.
Well, the Reverend will eventually come moseying back out.
Oh, well, thank you, Reverend, for...
Yeah, for joining the team.
Reverend.
Damnedest thing, that fella over here got all shot up. Oh, looks like that fella got caught on fire. Yeah. Hey, where's this?
Now, I
sheriff
think
at?
I would like to use my skills of deduction here
Oh.
to see if I pick up any sort of tone from the Reverend to sort of hint at what might have happened here.
Roll for head shrinking.
how do you mean? What are you looking
I would like to use my scrutinize.
He's gonna
for?
try
To
and-
find out what?
Well, he just said some guy got shot up over here, and someone else got lit on fire. Strangest thing. I want to see if I pick up anything in his tone that might hint to his guilt. Doesn't matter.
Oh,
he's-
yeah.
He's trying to
Yeah.
enact his bullshit meter.
That's the way. No. So I'm gonna
Roll
scrutinize.
Roll some scrutinize. This, I can't imagine this is going to be a hard one.
You got a
I
10.
got 10.
So what would I roll to counter the scrutinize?
You want to obfuscate your guilt in some way?
That would
Like-
be my mean, right? My overall, which you said helps people to believe me, right?
Now I've got a question. I rolled my scrutinize, but I only got 3d12, and then I got plus 0 and 0 for my cognition dice. The other two that should go with that. That doesn't seem to make sense to me.
No, you
Oh,
would add, so you got a 12 is what you got.
No,
Right.
you don't add those dice. You only
No,
add... I think what we're finding is when you do scrutinize, it's you're not adding those dice to your cognition. It's just that's what you have for your scrutinize.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
And then
It's just
if
3.
you don't have scrutinize, you can use cognition.
Gotcha. Understood.
But bump that up by steps. You know, you could make it 3D whatever
Gotcha.
cheaply, but you can't change the die type except being very
I only
expensive.
got a 6 with my overall.
Yeah, then you're probably not going to be able to convince him that
I was
you
doing
didn't
it.
have
I was
anything
doing it
to do
half-heartedly anyway. So
with the
it
guy
all
with
works
the
out.
guts hanging out and a Derringer bullet lodged in his skull.
Very strange. Very strange.
Yep. Hey, where's the sheriff at?
The sheriff's over by Ronan. Now that everything's done, he'll say thank you. Thank you kindly. I appreciate it.
Oh, I go through
The
this
rest-
guy's pockets and take any cash he's got on him too.
Shit. Which guy? The guy over
The
there?
guy over there. The only guy I can do it with nobody really seeing me.
Roll a d20 and take whatever you get.
And
He's just a
dollars.
hired.
Okay. $18. I'll take it.
$18.
I'll take it.
Lazarus Cooper's tired. He's had a long goddamn day, and he really does appreciate you coming in and helping him out. He spent the whole morning going through the town asking every friend he had trying to help him, and not a one lifted a finger.
That's a damn shame. Hey, anyway, we got to, not to like jump ahead of you or anything, we got to
No.
need some information from you, Sheriff. And since we all my friends helped you out, what you know about Mr. Waltz? And where we
Yeah.
might be able to find him.
Jacob Waltz.
That's the son of a... Yep, that's the one I got to give a message to.
Come on with me, boys, and he will lead you to the sheriff's office. He'll give Dan Dixon a good swift kick as he goes by. Probably knocks off some of the charred body, but
That's a nice rifle.
make
Hey, Irishman, can you shoot that too? I mean, you got all that science and technology hooked up to your side. Maybe you want to try a good old-fashioned just cannon.
I'm issued this gun, for a reason. I think I'll stick to it.
You can't be that bad of a shot, son.
Well, I
Don't
shot
worry.
yours just fine, Father.
We'll go ahead and we'll take you out to the range, get you all squared up with that.
And I just sigh and just roll my ass. After out shooting him last week.
Yeah, exactly.
Grace isn't here, but when she comes back, I have news for the widow McAfee.
She found a gold nugget.
Better.
Teeth.
Widow McAfee, put your earbuds in. There you are. Yeah, and you're muted.
I'm good. I'm here. We're good. I'm listening.
I got some special news for you. Earlier today, when I wrote my notes about the Dust Devil, I said, immune to everything except a good idea. And sure enough, immune to everything except a good idea. You have earned yourself a legendary fate coin. You can add that to your sheet.
Okay.
Essentially, that was the critter that gave it to you. Now, if that puts you over 10, you still have to get rid of some of your fate coins. But that legendary chip can do just about anything you want it to do.
I'm at 10, so I don't have to yet, correct?
Perfect.
Can it make
Me,
her run faster?
Ah,
Just asking for a friend.
Once,
don't you worry.
but when you spend it, it's gone. So spend it wisely.
Mhm.
And it's a very powerful artifact in this game.
Yeah.
Lazarus Cooper will take you back to the sheriff's department and he'll tell you what he knows about Jacob Waltz. About 4 weeks ago, Waltz came through town and had a thing with the livery salesman. Tried to pick up some horses and a new buckboard. Some cheap one he got down in Bisbee broke halfway up. Wasn't able to use it, so he went in to get a new one. Man claims he robbed him. He paid for his material with a big nugget of gold. And then later on, 2 horses, the buckboard, and the nugget of gold were all gone.
Well, babe. Well, he is a criminal.
A bit. Now, there's no proof he stole it, but circumstances certainly look that way. What everybody knows is he was heading north. He was taking the horses and the buckboard up the dangerous mountain path in the San Pedros, heading for American Flag.
Well, look at there. I didn't believe it, Widow, but you sure didn't call that one. You just called it. You knew what was going to happen.
I mean,
See.
I was straight with you. You should have known.
That's why I listened. I said something to me about this slow-moving widow. She's probably got something that she knows about this. I better listen.
Now, he doesn't know much about where he was headed for after that, but he also heard about the Superstition Mountains. Something that keeps coming up in conversation around Jacob Waltz. So he's heading north to American Flag, but that doesn't sit well with a lot of people because the bridge has been washed out for almost 2 years now. There was a big crossing over the San Pedro Chasm, and the bridge washed out. He's going to have a hell of a time trying to get across there. Not sure what he's going to do.
I'm taking notes this whole time, just writing everything down in my notebook. Sheriff, did he mention how he was planning on getting further north?
I don't see how. The route around American Flag is longer than just following the rail. It's ridiculous, really.
Well,
That whole town is a failed experiment.
how so?
It was a religious colony at one point.
Oh, you don't say.
No, you might be interested in that there, Reverend, but it was them Eastern folk, the Latter-day Saints.
Oh,
and the
those
Mormons.
heathens. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah.
talking.
That's all right. Everybody's allowed to worship their own God in their own wrong way, I guess. But,
Well,
you know,
Everything didn't go.
God sure saw to it that it was the wrong way because that town of American Flag did not last very long.
oh,
They built themselves a nice railway and a bridge, and yeah, after the bridge washed out, well, that town just went straight to hell.
you mean there's folks still living there now?
I don't think so. Oh, you
It's
know,
a
maybe
ghost
some.
town.
Yeah,
Excellent. Well, the way I look at it now, Sheriff, is I think we saved your life. And we're fitting ready to get on out of here and go after Jacob Waltz. So if there's anything you could do in the way of horses and provisions that you might be able to see kindly our way to help us along our way, well, we would much appreciate it. And if we do come in contact with a gold nugget or a buckboard that he had taken from this here town, unlawful like, well, we might just bring him back for you so you can throw him in your jail.
that's all well and good, but I got myself married today,
Oh,
and my wife's a peaceful woman, like, and
all right.
well, this town can go fuck itself. I'm leaving.
Well, even better. So we could just go ahead and take whatever we need right now and be on our way, and it's all right. Is that what you're telling me, Sheriff?
You'll find the livery owner over at the church hiding like a coward. You can tell him I sent you.
Well, I think I will. I think I will.
The sheriff takes off his badge, throws it on the ground, not even on the desk. Takes off his guns, just drops them.
Going to
Walk
probably having
out.
that one there, the Gatling pistol. Return it to the rightful owner, I suppose.
Yeah,
The
you give
Reverend-
that back to Alan.
The
You
Reverend.
tell him I said hello.
The Reverend's gonna pick
Thank
up the badge.
I was waiting for it. It's like, I would not sully myself.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to mosey on over to the church. Y'all want to come with me?
Oh, I would not miss this for the world.
Excellent.
I'm afraid you'll
Inside
burst into
the-
flames, Father, but sure.
What you talking about, son? I'm a priest, son. That's
Sure.
well. It's all right. It's all right.
Pinkerton, did you actually look at that body that the preacher mentioned? The guy being all shot?
Of course you did.
No, he brought it up without us going anywhere near it, which is why I was suspicious in the first place.
Okay, I was just going to wonder, because you would probably have recognized a Derringer wound.
Probably, but I didn't see it, unfortunately.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So you don't know that.
Yeah. Don't worry, I know what I know because I read it all down in my notebook. I have way too many notes for 2 sessions.
Rev is sus.
And I put his hat on his head. Afterwards.
Inside the church is the rest of the town. The bartender and the saloon girls, the storekeeper, the deputies even in the church cowering. They got themselves a proper minister. He dresses like you, but talks different.
Yeah, like a sissy. So I'll just go and I'll throw open the doors.
The women
Well.
scream and a couple of other men jump.
Don't get your knickers all up in the binder, y'all. No reason to be worried anymore. Them desperados, roughnecks, come in on the train. Well, they've all passed. Thanks to the widow here. She sure is one hell of a shot. Saw some other stuff, and I'll look over at Quick Hands. Few things, but got nothing to worry about anymore. But I do have some information for you. It seems that the sheriff, as his last bit of a Doolad deputized law officer of this here town, I'll pull out the badge. He said that y'all need to help us out because there were 4 more gunmen that just lit out, stole some horses or something, and riding hard north. And we're going to go after them. We here's a posse now. And I look at the Pinkerton, I look at the Irishman. Irishman, isn't there some kind of rule or regulation that lets folk grab things when they need to go do something for the law?
I'm afraid I don't know what you're talking about, Father. I've never heard of such a regulation.
See, there you go. I'm sure you can't really understand him because of his accent, so I'm going to interpret for y'all. What he said was
Jesus
that...
fucking Christ.
It's called a requisition.
That's the word. We're here. We need to requisition up some horses and some grubbage and things like that to head out into that there wide open spaces. Now, y'all, I'm sure ain't going to mind since how we kept a bunch of y'all from getting killed.
As you're
Who's the
going
shop
on,
owner? And who's
as
the
you're
tavern
going
owner?
on and on and on, most of the townsfolk aren't even listening to you. Past Dangerous Dan Dixon is dead. Devious Dan Dixon. They're worried. He's like, you've killed us all. They're gonna come here. They're gonna burn this town to the ground now. All they wanted was the sheriff. Now you killed all 4 of them. You're crazy. They're gonna come here and they're gonna kill us all.
Who?
The Dixons, you fool. The Dixons. All they wanted was the sheriff. That's why we're in here.
How many more of the Dixons are there?
Yeah, I thought they were all dead now.
I don't know. They're big family. I mean, they're big family.
So let me get this here.
Incestuous family.
Yeah. Tell him, Irishman.
So, if you want
I
horses,
could touch that one then.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. What did you say?
Oh, it's an incestuous family.
Oh,
I was waiting for you to say something else.
I didn't hear that one. But probably, but probably.
You done shot my cousin's sister wife. Simultaneously, my mama and my grandmama.
Well, it seems to me, I turn around to the group here, and that sounds to me like we do whatever the hell we want now. Let's go get us some horses and some grub and get the hell out of this place.
Once he leaves, I will approach someone and say, "I'd like to buy a horse."
The livery owner will take you out the back of the church, and the livery's just sort of right back there. And he'll show you some horses, and he can show you a decent buckboard. And he'll tell you the story of being robbed by Jacob Waltz. Seemed to be a smooth-talking prospector, found himself a big-ass gold mine. And now he just needs the equipment to mine it out and bring it back to town. But he took the horses, and he took the buckboard, and he left the gold nugget, and the gold nugget went someplace very, very safe. And later it was gone. And the only one who knew about it were the livery stable owner and Jacob Waltz.
Right.
So Waltz seems like he purchased some stuff, stole his money back, and hightailed it north out of town.
Oh, fuck.
Told you we should go through Globe anyway. Let's go.
There are two routes heading up north. The first route does take you through the San Pedro Range to American Flag. It is definitely shorter. You will run into fewer folk this way, but there is a larger chance that you're going to have encounters with, well, creatures, or maybe even the Apache, because those San Pedro Mountains skirt right along their reservation. If you go the other way, up through Maricopa and then out through Phoenix towards Superstition, it's going to be safer. It's going to be longer. You're going to run into many, many more folk and resources along the way. But also you'll have a larger chance of being distracted with local tasks before you can move on. Often dangerous tasks, but I don't think you mind that. You can outfit yourselves. I will take you over to the general store, as a matter of fact, and you can look at the price lists.
Price list, son. Hell, as far as I can see, all this stuff's for free.
You can try.
You thought you were afraid of the Dixons, but God, no, I just
show you the devil.
Yeah, I just went and got a horse first. So, I mean, that's what I was going to be trying to do. I would assume I would get there after I bumble around as the Irishman's leaving with his horse.
A horse is normally $150.
Yep.
So how do you want to travel? Do you each want horses?
Well, it depends, I guess. If everyone, like, were we decided we're going to American Flag, or are we going to take the train up to Maricopa?
Like I said, there's two ways to go, and one way would not require you to outfit yourself so much.
Because I would probably
what's the
vote in the direction of going towards Maricopa.
What you think, Widow?
We need to go through Globe. We need to get there as fast as possible.
There you go.
Goes up.
I listen to the Widow. Widow knows what she's talking about.
And now I don't know if we all survive going up Globe though.
Don't worry. If it comes to that, I'll bury you.
I don't think it's me you gotta worry about.
That's true. The Irishman.
Oh, fuck you. Jesus Christ. How old is Reverend Cleophas Brown, by the way?
He's obviously in his middle 40s.
All right.
He's not
Then
a
I
young
look-
man, but he's not necessarily old to the point he can still operate, especially in short bursts. He's very good.
There's like for a
That's
moment
enough
you
giggling
feel
out of you, widow.
you feel that Ronan's like just about to like lose his cool and throw down for a second.
Now, is Ronan, was it?
Yes, sir.
You're
Yeah,
a
quick
man.
in. She's told us his name a number of times. Ain't you
Well-
pay attention when the Irishman talks?
Well, of course I do, but I'm sure as you can attest, sometimes those the dulcet tones of the motherland goes in one ear and out the t'other. But what I'm curious is, I saw you eyeing that horse flesh. Do you know your horse breeds?
No.
That's a good question. Who's got horse riding on their sheets?
I've got animal wrangling.
Okay.
No, I don't. I've got nothing in that. I saw it on the sheet and I thought I had some dice in it, but I don't.
Where
I've got-
is
You don't need to have
located?
any dice in it. As long as it's on your sheet, you can do it. You just use the dice from that main trait. If you
And I've
don't
got
have it
that.
on
Hell,
your
I've
sheet,
got tail telling.
Oh, and horse riding. I've got horse riding too.
then that's what you need
Yeah.
to ride a horse. If you don't, then you probably need to be driven in a wagon or something.
Where did you find
And-
horse
I would
riding?
love to know what
It's
the
under
Teamster
middleness.
skill does.
That's Teamsters driving a wagon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I got horse riding all right.
Yeah, go
Ooh,
horse
I'm
riding.
good at it.
I'm not good at it necessarily, but
I beg your pardon. Look, Woody, if you want to ride on my horse with me, all you gotta do is ask.
I don't want to be on a horse with you.
Your loss.
And Widow, you normally mosey with your 2 mules.
Right, yeah. But I left them because I don't think they could get on the train.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to pay for them to be loaded
Yeah.
on the train. That's what your problem is.
Fair enough.
But you're normally used to traveling, kind of that mule pace.
Yeah, I mean, and I guess that's what I would be looking for is a mule.
$50.
Yeah.
Well, for you, 40, because cheap old mule.
Right. And I'll come riding down the town square with my old ass mule.
Poor thing. Sad Bray.
All I can think of is a little Butch and Sundance down in Bolivia. Morons. I'm working with morons. Anyway, so if you want to outfit yourself for a trip north, you're gonna have to do it on your own. If you're gonna take the train up to Maricopa, you just need to buy tickets.
How much is a ticket?
5 cents a mile for 90 miles. So $4.50.
And then, is there a train that goes up from Maricopa then?
There is not.
So we would
You have
need
to
to get
ride from
outfitted
there.
there anyway.
Anyways, yes.
Yeah. So that's what my opinion is.
Now, Maricopa, Phoenix, and that area, that is a more lively place, so you can probably find transportation, stagecoach, or somebody to drive you, that kind of thing.
There's actually a path.
There is actually a path out there.
Yeah, once we're out there, there's roads that don't get washed away.
It's a quandary, and it's something for you to think about.
Well, I know Ronan's going to stick with the crew at this point because he needs the backup. He's starting to realize that there's not much chance of him doing this on his own. But he would put in, before he drops a bunch of cash on a horse, he would put in his thoughts to the group that perhaps we should take the train to Maricopa and save ourselves a little bit of money and take a little bit more time getting up there.
I do
Yeah.
whatever the widow thinks is best. She's
Relying
shown
on
that.
her venerable experience.
Yeah, that's it. She's been humping around through these here mountains before. Well, I'm gonna trust on that. So which is it, Widow?
I'll throw out one final idea, and that is you could all parlay your money together and pick up 2 horses and a wagon and just all hop inside.
How was everybody with a horse?
Well, the likelihood of getting up in a wagon if there's not even a road isn't very high. I don't think grabbing a wagon's smart.
Well, now, mind you, there used to be a rail line that goes through here, and where there's a rail line, there's always a road.
Yeah. I don't know.
So
I'm gonna
there's a
go
road.
the short way to Globe. That's where I want to go.
The road's going to be rough and rocky. It's going to be about 2 years worth of overgrowth, but it's going to be an actual path near a disused set of tracks.
I will.
So there's a path. It's not all wilderness. You know, you don't have to just.
So which is it, Widow? Which one would
Well,
you?
I believe that Anson's the deciding vote.
We're voting on it.
I would never be object to experiencing this God's own country.
What the
Especially
hell
with
does that
it-
mean?
This means foreign out in the most expeditious way, be that it sounds like, if I'm sussing the words correctly, through the ways less traveled.
You speak in a very leisurely manner. I
Still don't understand what the hell you're saying. Yeah, I thought the Irishman talked kind of funny, but man. So
I believe he's saying he wants to go quickly.
Then
Whichever way goes fast, we go.
I'll try my very hardest to put it in a method you will understand.
Dumb it down for me. Come on now.
Golly gee, y'all, we take horses. Is that more understandable?
Well, why didn't you just say that to begin with, son?
That's because going that
All right, so horses-
Because he has
It is.
self-respect, father.
Oh, he's got plenty of self-respect. He's a gambler. You need it to gamble. All right.
True. All right, so I'll do. It's 150 for a horse.
Let's see here. I'm on that page right now. Horse. Yes, 150 for a horse, 50 for a mule.
Oh God, we got to go through and do this individually as far as the bacon and all that stuff. They don't have like a convenient pack.
You
So-
You wanted to steal your horse.
Oh, I'm going to, but I'm going to buy my stuff from the general store first, and then go to get my horse afterwards.
Okay. Well, now is the time for you to find your supplies. They've reopened the general store for you. Tucson, you have the run of the place.
Yeah, I'll buy
They can
it.
offer you a discount for your service to the town. But most people, they don't consider it a service.
It's all right.
They had a plan. They had a plan, and their plan was to sacrifice the sheriff.
That's all right. I'll go ahead. I'll mark up everything that I'm gonna get and deduct the money. I'll do that in between sessions. So I don't have to worry about that.
Take 10% off, just right off the top. It's a little thank you for saving the town.
Is that for everyone or just for?
Oh yeah,
for
that's
everyone?
for everyone. That's for everyone. That's the
said
begrudging
10%?
discount. Yeah, take 10% straight off. Widow, you take 20% off, but your shit breaks.
Hell yeah.
That's right, because she buys all the cheapest shit that she can.
That's right.
That's awesome. I love it.
Oh, and that is what we did not do with the big hand cannon today was to figure out what its failure rate was. But it's essentially if you roll a d20
Right.
and you hit the 20, the thing breaks, and then we figure out how bad. We'll work that in next time you whip it out. Excuse me while I whip this out.
Gotcha.
And then afterwards, because what time of day is it? Are we leaving right now? I take it. Is that
You showed up at high noon. Surprise,
might as well.
surprise.
Might as well.
And you could figure that at least you spent a couple of hours sorting things out this afternoon, saying goodbye to the former sheriff and his new wife.
Mhm.
They managed to skedaddle out of town in their own kind of stoga wagon. And now you're just left with everybody going back about their business. So yeah, say 3 o'clock in the afternoon by the time you get everything you need.
Well, how much would it be for a bow? I can't find it on here, but I'd like to have a bow.
A bow, I believe.
Oh,
Bow
here
and
it is.
arrow
Other
is-
ranged weapons.
Yeah, $3.
All right, and I would like to get a quiver of arrows as well. For $2, it looks like. For 20.
Yeah, for 20.
All right.
How will boot that?
Ballad, does the Lamat carbine use the same ammunition as the Lamat revolver?
Oh, good question.
The Bing was at 40 caliber with the 16 gauge for the underbarrel.
Yeah, it's a 40.
So I know that they have the
Well-
pistol.
Wait, they've got it different. I thought that the grape shot pistol is a specific.
Yes, the Lamat grape shot pistol and shotgun. It's the last one under single actions.
Yeah, I see it.
You mentioned the guy had a Lamat
Oh,
carbine.
he had the Lamat carbine, but I don't think those are the same. Wow, damn, they could be, couldn't they?
I guess historically, it was just the pistol with a longer barrel, and it had a stock that more or less clipped onto it.
Right, but would there be a difference between a .40 and a .42 caliber? I mean, that's like the same ammo,
That's
and it's both 16 gauge shotgun. So
yeah. So the shotgun would be the same. The diameter of the
off by 0.2. Does it?
That's enough to cause a problem. So
Okay.
I will then. I'm going to be buying myself a Lamat
The carbine or the pistol?
pistol.
Okay.
Because any game that has the Lamat pistol, I will get it because that thing is fantastic. And it's a nightmare to actually shoot, but it is so iconic. And
Can't have a Western without a Lamat.
oh yeah. Do I have the extra cash from cheating over the drunk guy the station?
You do. You should have added that to your thing.
I did. I just want to make sure that those numbers.
Oh yeah,
those
that's
numbers
going to carry
over.
over. So, like I said, the stuff that wasn't secret, you did. You had to get there somehow. Yeah.
One last thing I want to get here is a set of handcuffs, because I see them in there. I think
Ah,
like
yes.
something that's important to have.
So the reason I asked about the Lamat carbine was I want to see if the guy has any spare cartridges for the or shells for the grape shot barrel.
Just buy that ammo separately, and yes.
Oh, all right. Any pension as adventurers do, but yeah, I won't buy. So then just goes under shotgun shells. So that's wow.
Yeah, $2 for 20.
Oh man, whatever will I do? Oh, those were the days.
You got more money than anybody else in the game, buddy.
I know. No, it's this like working the teller at a firearm store for so long, and it's like $2 for 20 shells. That is, god dang.
So we're gonna head out at 3 o'clock. Start our trek.
I think so.
It is summertime in Arizona, so the sun sets late. You've probably got a good 6 hours before of daylight still to go.
All right. Well,
And you've got about 30 miles to cover.
All right. Well, once everybody's got their stuff together, I'll go get my horse.
Oh, one last thing before I
Uh-oh.
hit the road. I've been traveling in my Sunday best as a detective, and it's time for me to. I know I'm hitting the road, so he's gonna pick up a work shirt and some trousers and a bandana. You know,
So
things
you
that he can use to travel. Oh, sorry. I think my connection just cut out a little bit there.
No, you
No.
got your. Throwing on any boots, or what are you throwing in?
Let's say boots too. Work shirt, boots, and trousers. So what's that all gonna add up to? That's another 2, 3, and 8. So that's 12. 11. I can do
Glad we
math.
don't have to do this all the time. But that's
Unless we're in combat, in which case we do have to do this because it's more math. That's why we love the hobby, isn't it? Because we're all big fans of math.
Math nerds.
it happens.
All right, so I spent a lot of money in one trip, but
I think you spent like twice as much money as I have in my pocket.
wait, does the widow McAfee have her own horse then, or
I've got my mule.
you got
Got
a
a
mule?
mule.
All right,
if
so
you
we'll
want-
be moving at a mule's pace.
Let's assume because you have a mule that you can also have a mule here. You'll just have to get rid of the one you have back home, so you don't have to take it off your sheet. How's
She's
that?
got mules in different area codes.
I'm just saying.
Rent a mule.
I got mules in low places.
That's what the double use of the horn just it just summons them.
But this way you don't have to buy a mule now and sell a mule later, or have 3 mules when you get back home. This way you've got 2 mules and a buckboard. If you're gonna take 1 mule from here, you can do that.
Okay.
And I presume that the buying the horse, it comes with saddle and tackle and everything. Yeah.
You would think so, but the saddle is actually listed separately. However, let's not do that.
Okay.
Let's assume the saddle comes with it. But you are buying individual riding horses. Is that what I'm getting? You're not going to go riding together in a wagon.
Seems about right. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going with 3 horses and a mule.
Yeah.
The next episode is going to be so much fun.
I also
I thoroughly enjoyed myself.
Anson out of the corner of his eye will see me. I also took off another 25 cents there for a set of playing cards, and he's gonna watch me sort of just like throw them across the room, and be like,
He's like, I smell a disciple.
Taking you back to the main map then, you could see that from Tucson to American Flag, I'll measure it out for you, is about 30 miles. A little over 30. For you to make that in 6 hours, you'd have to move kind of fast.
Which isn't happening with the mule, I take it.
No. So more than likely, you're going to have to camp overnight before you reach American Flag. Just so you're aware. You've got your destination, you've got your supplies, you've got your information, you've saved the sheriff who left this god-awful town as soon as he could. These terrible, terrible people here wouldn't raise a finger to help it.
That's why I stole my horse.
We'll see if there's anything that happens because of that, but I'm making a
What are you
note.
talking about? I even gave him the sheriff's badge and told him to go find someone if he wanted to come after me.
We'll see what happens. That's all I'm saying.
I probably roughed him up a little bit too.
Oh, now you're gonna throw that into. Okay.
Well, I can see it now. I can see it now. I'd go in and tell him, I'm taking this. He'd be like, oh, no, you're not, sir. And thinking, and I'd have to put a couple on the guy.
Good. What a way to end this session then.
With some
The
Sunday
song-
school shenanigans.
The song of Lazarus Cooper comes to an end with the Reverend beating the pulp out of the guy who he's going to steal a horse from.
And he's lucky that that's all he got. See, it's how he was going to just give a man up to die for his own cowardice.
Thank you all for joining us tonight. We've had a blast playing this, and thank you for putting up with some of the stumbling blocks. We are just getting to know the system. And when I say we, I mean me.
Well, that's two.
That's
That's
me.
two. That's two.
That's on me.
Yeah, me
But
too.
the more we do it, the faster it's going to move, and I think we've got a good thing of going. So going down the line again, let's start with you, talkative Reverend
Well, everybody.
Cleophas Brown.
My name's Will Player today, since I'm not dungeon mastering. And I played the Reverend Cleophas Brown.
He doesn't seem much like a reverend.
Oh, he is. He's got a collar and everything.
Yeah,
Got a Bible. He even quotes some stuff from now and then if you listen.
I've never actually heard a quote. I've heard some stuff he says is from the Bible. I'm also wondering where that Derringer came from, but I don't know about that.
Revelation,
the book.
son. You open it up.
Revelation.
I got a little hollow out right there inside the Bible. Sets the Derringer right in there. Closes it back.
Perfect. Alex Maxwell, you huckster, you throwing soul blasts down Tucson streets. Holy shit.
This goes to show that the cards are indeed as fickle as they are fair at times. I have been Alex Maxwell, and I brought to you Anson Harrow, the huckster who's extraordinary today, might not be so next week. Who knows?
Four of a kind, dude. You threw yourself.
That
a
was an
four
awesome
of a
hand.
kind.
That was an
Yep,
awesome hand.
I felt bad because it's like usually like Savage rolls. It's like 4-6 damage to a guy. You're 45.
Whatever.
Yep, that's they have in Octun Cthulhu they call that narrative damage. This has been a joy as always. This is my new Friday now. So
This in your outfit
Fantastic.
gets better every week. I love the hat. I love the shirt. I love it all.
oh yeah, the outfit upgrade naturally came the day after our session 0, but it's here now and it's here to
It's
stay.
perfect. Moving then on down the road, Ronan McGinn is that it? McGinn?
McGinn, yeah. I've been playing Ronan McGinn. I'm Dylan, and he is.
Irish.
This was a hell of a week for him. This was running down the street, thinking he was running in to save the day, and having magic and fire and everything. Hell break loose around him. It definitely broke him of the illusion that he was the hero in this story. He's still doing his job, but he's gonna have a little bit of slack to pick up here with all the spell slinging and moral corruption that's seeming and the buckets of water apparently that can kill
Right?
demons. He's just sort of out of his element, man.
And speaking of the bucket of water and the Wizard of Oz, Grace, you're wonderful. Yeah, moseyed on up the street, missed all the action, couldn't
All
get
the
within range.
Stands 5 feet away from a fucking devil.
And then you threw a bucket of water on a dust devil to save the day. That has to be the most cinematic thing.
I could see the whole time she's just like very placid, no
Right.
emotion, just like.
It's just that slow moving shot that you cut to in the middle of your action sequence. La, la, la. Get back to the fast cuts and la la la. So what a day for you, and congratulations on your legendary Fate coin.
Yes, I'm excited about that. It'd be fun to get that into play sometime soon. But yeah. I'm Grace and playing Old Widow McAfee, and hopefully next week I'm a little bit more present.
Still haven't thrown the pickaxe at anybody. That's what I'm.
I haven't yet. I know.
Yet.
Yeah. So feel better. I know you're not feeling all that well right now. It's your voice is giving out on you. So let's. I've been your storyteller, your balladeer. I'm Uncle Tony. You can find me on YouTube at youtube.com/Uncle Tony. I do reaction videos and fun shit like that. And I do this on Wednesday nights. I'm not always a storyteller. Most often I'm a player. So thank you for being patient with me. This is a completely new system and nuances, things to figure out. But we hope you enjoyed it. I definitely had a blast. This is a great lineup of characters and a good little story chasing after Jacob Waltz. So join us next week for the Ballad of American Flag. And I'm naming them. I'm naming the episodes.
There you go.
As one does.
Good night, everybody. Have a good night.
Night.
Good night.